team. You don't play that way, jackass. You all are out there with the same, motivations of physically being able to perform this job for a long time. Take a dirty, cheap shot and act like it wasn't intentional. It's on you too, D'Amico Ryans. Don't go up to the microphone and talk about how that ain't what you're all about. Oh, yeah, that's your starter, and that's what he's about.
I say we meet him at the airport.
Yeah, me too. Meet him at the airport. Sorry, sacks. That's what y'all are, really. Just a gross team. Get the hell out of here. Joe Mixon. Yeah, just stay out of our Golden Corral on the way home, Joe. I remember. Yeah.
Hey, he was the one that was trying to break it up.
I remember, Joe. You move on. Don't let me look you in the eye. Go on, friend. You want to go in front of me here at the buffet? Huh? Don't. Hey, stay. But Miss P, stay back. Stay back.
Right?
Don't take his cup or nothing.
All the ladies stay back.
Yeah, y'all get out the way. Texas tornado coming through. Wants his food. So y'all jokers can go to hockey sticks and don't come back. Anybody but you dirty jackasses. Man, you think I'm fired up now, E? I was almost unprofessional in the press box.
Yeah?
Well, just the clown show that the NFL runs. All right, okay, I'll do it. I'm done ranting on the Jags. We're going to get into this today. These two things were crystallized this weekend for so many of you out there. My sports heart bleeds for you. But two things just dramatic that we have here that are bad. The two overwhelming pigskin, permutations that echo. We have a broken franchise, and we have a broken program. The Jags and the Noles are pitiful. Two bad news Bears units of pitifully coached, awfully explained football organizations. Two peas in a rotten pod. A broken franchise here in Jacksonville, and it is broken. It is a broken mess of don't give an F. And you got a broken program over there led by the chief putz in command, Mike Norvell. Grab the flag, you little jackass. What are you talking about? Oh, these tears that flowed from these losers this weekend who suddenly found the other team celebrating their home field to be something new in college football. Hey, Mike Norvell, I'm old enough to remember when Florida State took the Shears to the end zone a year ago and pranced around the swamp with a Gator head. It's part of the game. And you know what we did? We yawned. Yeah, they won. Oh, God, they're ripping up our turf. Oh, you run a program whose literal tradition is a sod cemetery, where you take equipment to the other team's field, remove a piece of sod, and take it home. And now putting a flag in is offensive to you, you little putz. You whiny little putz. No wonder your team doesn't win. That's when you boat up. Ooh, let me grab that flag. Did Billy Napier are talking to. Get the hell out of here, you loser. Take your losers back to the locker room and cry me a river. Hey, you know what, Mikey? Bring a flag down to Gainesville. You plan it, big boy. Come on down and plan it. Worst way to react to a gut check loss, and it happened on 4 college campuses, is to suddenly care when they're celebrating. Shut up. Shut up. Put your chin in your chest and mope back to your locker room. I can say this full throat about the Florida State. It was just the latest example on a day. I thought the same thing at Ohio State. I thought the same thing at North Carolina. I thought the same thing at Arizona. Hey, Arizona, you got a big problem with them planting a flag. Maybe don't fall behind 35-0 at half. Hey, Ohio State, you don't want Michigan to plant a flag? Maybe don't lose to a 20-point underdog at home in a rivalry game after you look down your nose at them. And hey, FSU, you don't want a flag planted? Then you shouldn't have walked around with your nose so high in the air you could have drowned in a rainstorm the last year and a half. Because you know what? We got tired of listening to it. In total. We remember the tweets that came out last year at the end of the year of Florida, adrift at sea, and ooh, look at us. They didn't let us do the playoff. Those big meanies. And then you turn around and won 2 games. Where's my text line, preseason Nole fans? Where y'all at? Crying about a flag, I'd imagine. Because my friends that are FSU fans, they're, normal people. You know what they didn't talk about this weekend? They lit a flag on our field. Get 'em, Mikey. Grab it. Bunch of sissies. When did pigskin get covered in perfume, eh? When did these 19, 20, 22-year-old men suddenly cry like little babies when they lose? Or in today's era, buddy, you can't get a first down without a celebration dance. I mean, dudes scored touchdowns and put on Broadway plays. And now the game's over. You've lost. You don't like what you see. Either do something about it in the previous 3 hours or turn your ass around and get to your loser locker room. I'll wave the daggum flag and run around the stadium. I'll play at Mike Norvell's yard on the way out of town. See you next year. Passive-aggressive here. I'm taking my pointed anger, which I try to relieve myself of this Thanksgiving weekend, but it's good to be back. I'm trying to relieve that I have towards the Jaguars and the incompetence, the continued incompetence of this organization. And it seems pretty clear. I mean, Doug Peterson can't coach a lick anymore. We're just woefully outmatched every time we take the field. I'm almost ready to accuse him of not preparing for the games. And the cheap shot's a big part of yesterday, and we'll talk about it because we're 2-10. We ain't got much else to hone in on. But the job that this coaching staff is doing with this football team is abject pitiful, man. It's one of the worst coaching jobs in Jaguars history. And Trent Baalke's terrible, and he needs to go too. But the roster's better than the record. This guy's getting the least out of what he's got. And too much time invested, too much quote-unquote intimate knowledge of your personnel to not put forth a better showing than what we put forth. Week after week after week. You knew it. I knew it. We all knew it. There was no point we're winning the game yesterday. We don't win games. We lose. It's always too little too late. Week after week. When's the last time we won a dadgum game anyway? London? What's it been? Like on the calendar? 6 weeks? Good grief, man. Y'all don't hate losing enough. That's clear. You're okay with it. I guess 65, you're okay with it. Oh, well, lost season. It's all right. We lost again. Who cares? Time's that check go in Tuesday, boys. Peterson and his whole crew, they could just whitewash every one of them. Can't coach a lick, man. It's the end of the day. You got professional football players, and just tick off the names of the head coaches. Doesn't matter. Just staff after roster beats you up like you're a nobody. So, yeah, unemployment soon to come. And the fact that Shad Khan can't get anyone around him with enough sense to realize and recognize that we need a clean sweep here. And hopefully it's coming. I can't accuse somebody of going to keep somebody. But every time it's made us think that way. That's the way it's been. Here comes Caldwell for another year. Here comes Gus Bradley for another year. Oh, here comes Marone for another year. I got anybody that might go in the Hall of Fame? Coughlin, you're fired. I mean, come on. Think about what we kept and what we rudely, stupidly just dismiss. Like he's a grumpy old man. Now we get what we deserve. Get a football franchise that gets what it deserves. When you snuff out and kick in the ass on the way out, the only guy around here who's ever known anything about football, to keep riding the brain trust of the Trent Baalke's of the world, then this is what you get. A 2-10 toxic football team. A pitiful group of football players. I'll give him credit for fighting and throwing a little bit of extra into everything after Trevor got hit yesterday. This isn't about them, really. At this stage, man, it is all about the guys that are running it. You're doing a disservice to your football team, Doug. Just so you know, man. I mean, I was in your corner for a long time, and I'll stay there. I get it. It's a two-way street. Not anymore. When you lose this many games in a row, bro, you ain't got it. I don't know what we're waiting on around here. I just let the natives just, twist in the wind, whatever. Don't give us any kind of, hope. Don't give us, whatever you do, shot in the ownership group, whatever you do, don't give any of us, your paying customers, any indication that you care. Please don't. Please don't give any of us some breath of life that you recognize just how awful we are. Awful to the point that no one should have a job after 2024. None of them. Start over. Why you got a quarterback? Why you got time? Maybe. Hope you got a quarterback. I'd trade Trevor, 5 first-rounders, and pay half the stadium for Josh Allen right now. But this is still going to get worse and worse. I don't know what you expect to hear around here or on our text line or on social media or anywhere else while you just get your brains bashed in week after week. And the only press release you put out is about an underwhelming offensive tackle who'll be back for another however many years. We'll talk to Tony. And this is not on Walker Little. I'm okay with the Walker Little signing. I might be an island there. I don't know. You can't. No team's made up of 22 perfect players. Part of this is on a fan base that expects every draft pick to never make a mistake. There's a fine line in there and a mixture of what we expect and what a team is actually going to give you even when they're good. But we're not even dealing with a team that's any good. They're a hell of a lot better than 2-10, though. And when you're now, was it like 8 one-score games you've lost? That's on coaching. You can't pull it out at the end. Again, tell me what sense at 23-12 it makes to go for 2? Like, what are you doing? It didn't end up playing out. That's okay. But they had to go for 2, didn't they, to get within a field goal? What? At 23-12, what in the world is the advantage of going for 2? What is it? Tell me what it is. I mean, we treat football games like we're playing parcheesi, just rolling dice and doing the stupidest things that make no sense and never getting called into account. Is there anyone telling Shad Khan that when his coach comes in, if he can answer why he has given up 45 points this year? Coach, I see we're dead-ass last in scoring, and I've looked back, we bypassed 15 field goals. That's 45 points. You want to tell me why we don't have those? Now it's 23-12. I thought going for 2 was a good idea. Because gosh knows 23-14, we're right there on them. It's just insanity, dude. Just insanity. That's crossfoot. It must have been a full moon this weekend. I mean, I don't know what happened in football. And back to the flag planting. Good morning, sir. How was your Thanksgiving? I'm sorry. I just got going there.
Hey, man. You was on the roll. I was letting you go.
All right. Okay.
You
have a good weekend? Good Thanksgiving?
Not bad at all,
okay.
Man.
You were out for a watch party, Florida State. A lot of Gator fans there.
A lot of Gator fans pull up the dart bar. It was a good time.
I wonder, now, you're not young enough to know what's going on in, like, the college locker room social media scene. Was there like some sort of flag movement this weekend? Yeah. I mean, I'm not even kidding, because we've seen celebrations in college football forever,
all the time.
But there has to be something going on, man. There had to be something going on within college football's culture that it was going to be plant the flag weekend, or like that's the new thing or something. Because for it to happen, 4 different places on the same day,
nationwide,
especially when the first big one happened at noon.
It was
right?
like a trickle effect.
Like, so other people, And Billy Napier, you don't know Mike Norvell or anyone an apology. No, it's a way overreaction by a bunch of sore losers. Get your loser ass back to the locker room. Don't touch anything.
I thought it was crazy. He was in the skirmish.
Yeah, you're in the skirmish. Sure you are. Grab it and then run your little 5'6" squeaky voice mouse out of there. Let's come back with more. Let's hear from Doug Peterson and the fight that his team showed. Well, at least in a big scrum when Trevor took one of the maybe the dirtiest hit. 30 years here covering football might be the worst one I've seen. That guy should be suspended for the rest of the year, if not for life. There's no place for you in the league, buddy. Jag Twitter got him quick.
Oh man,
just see him get on his Wikipedia page.
Oh my goodness, I already know. I know where Buddy lives now.
They put that man in Hamas too now. That's on his bio. My man is literally a terrorist, according to Jags Twitter. They put him right on his wiki. They went and fixed it. They changed it again. That was terrible, though. It was terrible. And you don't play Trevor again, do you?
No.
I mean, what are we doing here? We're terrible. Let's just lose them all now. Get that pick. And if you, just get somebody who knows what to do with it. I was thinking this. If they do keep Trent Baalke, I don't want to go big. Take Travis Hunter then. Yeah, no matter what you pick. First, second, third, whatever. Take Travis Hunter because then I can't allow you to screw it up there, big boy. And I'm not letting you take a big man. Oh, right. He likes the third best tackle. Great. No, just take Travis Hunter. We'll live or die with his athleticism and your inability to screw that part of the evaluation up. All right? Happy Thanksgiving. Back with more. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The weekly Pick'em contest.
Is this what I think it is?
Make the best picks and win a pizza party from Salvatore's Pizza at Tapestry Park. Pick the worst. You'll still win some pizza, just not enough for a party. Flip a coin. Make your picks at 1010XL.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are aiming to sell 1,000 vehicles this December. How? I've told my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. With thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground, all priced to sell, we guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. This is the absolute last weekend. Visit Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
This is Tony Boselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Prize, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same-day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 23rd.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars, 1010XL. 92.5 FM.
Big Chief Tire offers affordable quality tires for every type of vehicle. Frank Frangie here. Whether you're looking for all-season tires, high-performance options, or something more budget-friendly, Big Chief has the perfect set to keep you rolling. Their expert technicians ensure your tires are installed quickly and safely so you can drive with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRolling.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and check out their unbeatable tire deals today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
When mice and rats show up in your space, they can be a real pain. You need them out fast before they have time to multiply. Terminix knows how to shut down rodents, and they'll keep them from coming back to wreak more havoc. When rodents show up, so do we. Don't live with a rodent problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com.
Hey 1010XL family, Dr. Chris Cott PT here with Premier Physical Therapy of Jacksonville. Are aches and pains holding you back from doing activities you love? Pickleball, golf, or just day-to-day living? Are your kids struggling with injuries and need to get back in the game? My team of experts are ready to serve you at 3 locations: Ponte Vedra, San Pablo, and Phillips Highway. Visit PremierPTJacks.com or call today at 904-996-6922, 904-996-6922. PremierPTJacks.com, where your journey to wellness begins.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, you see it at every level of football, right? When the quarterback gets hit, at that magnitude, it just escalates. And obviously, Jarian, on our side, he can't do what he did either, right? That's unacceptable as well. And I know the league will probably send out fines for both players and maybe some others. But I again, when you see that, yes, it does. And plus, it's a division game, right? It's a division game, and it's an emotional football game as it is. But at the same time, we've got to. You have to be the bigger person. You got to be the bigger man in situations like that. And just fortunate that nobody else was ejected from the game.
Way number 761. That Doug Peterson and Jeff Prosser are different. Buddy, you know what I would have done? I got kicked out of the league this morning. There'd be a big press conference today if I were the coach of the Jags.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Roger Goodell would ban me from the league. I would be go on that suspended list as a coach.
And for some reason, I believe you, too.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Here's what I would have done. But again, I'm wrong and vengeful in the moment, especially. Right after all that happened, after that dirty, cheap son of a so-and-so, put him in prison for a year, and I'm okay with that. Knock Trevor out for probably the rest of the year, to be honest. I mean, now you got a concussion on top of everything else. Just get your surgery and come back next year, hopefully with a whole new bunch of people here to guide you. I'm not looking to be the bigger men, guys. Here's what we're going to do. We just scored 7-6 now. Is that what it was? Whatever it was. We got a field goal. After a phantom holding call, by the way, would have had a first and goal at the 2. Another nice job by this ref's name is Land Clark. Land, what country club did you grow up in? Your name is Land Clark. It's got Oaks in it. Here's what I would have done. Honestly, I would have done this. After we kicked off and Houston took a knee, I would have sent Mason Smith in at left end. And when C.J. Stroud took that knee, I would have ear-holed him, man. I would have told my guy to go in there. When he takes the knee, I want you to knock him to the hash mark. Oh. Yeah, that's what I would have done, because I don't understand the culture of the league. And
you and a lot of people did that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. All of us idiots. It's not the right thing to do in any way or fashion.
But it's an emotional decision.
I mean, I want retribution. You knocked our guy out for the year. And again, here's this clown league, the NFL. Man, put the nose on him again. What I saw yesterday by this country clubber, Land Clark. Gosh, change your name, man. Land Clark, you just reek of
country club
pub privilege somewhere. Hello, I'm Land Clark, head official. I bet you are. Land, you have you know what you are, Land? You're a grandpa who, when all the grandkids are over running crazy, you turn to the maid to clean it up because when things went haywire yesterday, you shriveled. Let me just be real clear on this. If this happens any other time in sports, college, high school, pro, any other time. So Trevor takes this deep, cheap, ugly, illegal hit. And then, as they should, the Jaguars come to his aid, and then all heck breaks loose and it's a melee. Okay. You can't, Land Clark. You can't, at the end of all this, offset it all, and there's no penalty against Houston.
Yeah, that's wild.
No, Land Clark, you jack-a. So in a situation like that, it should be 15 yards. Okay, now we got a dead ball. Now you can offset them as long as you want. We'll go WWE WrestleMania from now to the end of time. You got to give us the 15 yards. They knocked our quarterback out for the game. And you're saying because we responded to their cheap shots that we also get an ejection? And we don't even get any penalty yards? Hey, NFL, you suck. Your rule book sucks then. You morons. That's a terrible rule. What kind of morons are running the ship here? It was a clown circus yesterday with Land Clark, who plays from the Silver Tees. A terrible job. And I got another one for you. And they asked Land Clark in the pool reporting, but Land Clark, like a typical NFL employee, hid behind a word salad and didn't answer it. Land Clark. Go ahead. Make sure you get your bicep curls in today, Land. Daddy's going to let you. You know why they probably call him Land? He drove a Land Rover when he was a kid. Maybe that's how he got your name. So Land Clark and his boon of his gaggle of incompetence finally gets it all settled down. Of course the fans are going to go crazy. After all that, they're not penalized? Really? Oh, we kicked him out. And you kicked out our one guy is the guy of all the guys. Jarian Jones was the big offender. You guys suck, man. I'd rather you go to the video and I'll take my role, kick out every single person that under the rule would be kicked out if he had done what he did on his own. This guy said that all the Texans came over as peacemakers. That's what he said, Land Clark. Yeah, I didn't want to. They didn't have any more ejections or fouls because they were pretty much trying to restrain people. Oh, were they, Land? You probably had your eyes closed screaming for dad. So that's a problem. All right. Now riddle me this. I can't get an answer to this one. Land Clark, again, went into subterfuge. He hid behind his cowardice. Couldn't give an answer because they know that the NFL will always back them because they don't care about the incompetence of the officiating crews. That's clear. We see the same things over and over and over and over and over, and the NFL doesn't care. Just send them their billions. So that whole thing settled down, E. Both teams are on their sideline.
Uh-huh.
The penalties have been established. The ball has been set. And suddenly, the Texans player decides he's going to rush on the field and get it started again. I'm just curious, is that not a 15-yard penalty? Oh, he had already been disqualified, so we didn't. Oh, so if he got a baseball bat and came out and hit a guy in the head, just because he's disqualified, it doesn't count? What a clown show that is not being put under the microscope like it should by the National Football League yesterday. The lack of properly disseminating justice from the most egregious hit in the league all year and allowing said player, after everything had calmed down, to charge back onto the field toward the Jaguars sideline. Maybe now we can at least get 15 yards for our quarterback being knocked out for the year by an aggressive, illegal, dirty hit. Nah. Got a tea time to make maybe today up at, goodness knows, probably be Bethpage. I mean, look, there was this, I will say this. The team showed a little extra fight. You can only carry that extra emotion for so long. Word is that Brandon Sheriff was hurting people every play. And we'll ask Tony about all this. But the word is that Brandon Sheriff was, you name something that could happen at the end of a play, he was taking care of that. So God bless you, Brandon Sheriff.
Brandon Sheriff and Evan Ingram. Everybody else was showed.
I'll give you another one, too. How about Trayvon Walker on that play where that tight end went up in the air? He threw him down a little bit harder.
Yeah, he did.
He threw a little Foye Oluokun a couple of plays earlier on a guy ran a slant. He made sure he went in with a head and shoulder. So they showed a little fight. Here is Evan Ingram, who was the first to respond to the dirty hit on at least providing a bonding moment for this football team.
I think we were ready to play today. I don't want to take away from that. We were ready to go. Obviously, a little slow start, but definitely blood was going after that. It was a whole mess out there, and we felt the need to really finish the drive. So this is football. We started playing football, and just definitely just wanted to really just finish for Trev too. I mean that was a kind of a deep down thing too. Just keep playing for him.
All right, I felt good for Mac Jones. They got in such a hole, and yeah, granted, you're probably playing a little bit of softer coverage. Who cares? The numbers all count the same, and he got the team back in the game. And look, they had him in a 3rd and 5. And as always, this defense, when it really matters, they're not going to come through, are they? This offense, when it really matters, they're going to turn it over on downs. They're going to throw an interception. And this defense, when it really matters, is going to give up the 3rd and 5. They're going to give up the 4th and 3rd. They're going to do it every time because we're the worst team in the league. And so they did. But before that, Mac Jones, let him do a couple of fourth quarter scores. He had played so bad in those 2 games that it felt good to at least cleanse the palate. Mac asked after the game what got going.
Really just responding from the event and just trying to move forward and move the offense and take it one play at a time. That's what I told the guys. And obviously we went hurry up, so you're going to get a lot of passes and get a chance to move the team down the field. And that's something that our offense has been good at, watching film for the past couple of years. All right, so there's Mac Jones, one of the small bright spots. Parker Washington busted out. That was a bright spot. Another sack for Trayvon Walker. They're just not being put in good positions. Trent Baalke's doesn't have us near as good as we should be. There are way too many mid-round linemen that just don't even register, don't make any kind of impact. I like Walker a little okay. They extended him this weekend. The only thing that scares me is the guy who made the decision, because every decision he has made, just about every single one, has been the wrong one. Even his right decisions have asterisks next to him. I mean, Trayvon Walker's not a terrible player, but he's not Hutchinson. Hutchinson's still ahead of him in pressures. He's been out for 2 months. So, I'm okay with Walker Little. And again, that's another great point for Tony to address here when we get breakfast with Boselli now and just over a half hour out. But what scares me is if it puts me in line with a guy who I've just lost any confidence in what he's going to do. You've taken us backwards, man. Hey, Shad, here's the deal. Don't listen to anything other than this. You had a team primed and positioned. If you think Doug Peterson alone has coached them that far backwards, he won a Super Bowl. The other guy didn't. Don't listen to what you're being fed, man. We got to go in another direction completely. Smart guys, innovative, new blood. Get the franchise, the team excited. They're good enough. They're being deserved and probably developing multiple bad habits and mental acceptance, much more of that than they should. Listening to The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. Trip around the league. It's Football Fix. Next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Georgia and Texas will meet for the Southeastern Conference Championship at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta Saturday. The Bulldogs are the 2.5-point underdog to the Longhorns, the total 49. Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence knocked out of the game against Houston yesterday by Azeez Al-Shaair at a vicious hit that led to a fight and the ejection of the Houston linebacker. Mac Jones, 235 and 2 scores, but Houston beats Jacksonville 23-20. Jags cover as 3.5-point dogs. They're a 4.5-point underdog this week at the Tennessee Titans. The total 40 at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Cash back for every bet with a GBank signature Visa card. VSIN.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Deck the halls with pipes a-leaking, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la. Oh no! Don't let plumbing ruin your season, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la. Let's go!
Uh-oh. Got a clog or a leak messing with your holiday cheer? Call Duck Duck Rooter. We're the reindeer of repairs. Fast, reliable, and ready to slay your plumbing problems.
Fa-la-la-la-la-la-la, hooray!
904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. We're flushing your worries away this holiday season.
At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here as your hometown Mazda dealer. Their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional, non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new car purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Plan. Visit Hodges Mazda online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today during Mazda's A Season to Move You event and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJags.com. It's the end of the year sale with Universal Roof and Contracting. Get 15% off all roof repairs and replacements, plus a $250 gift card for holiday shopping. With financing options as low as $150 a month, protecting your home's never been easier. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Call 855-ROOF-HELP, and this offer expires December 31st. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
What's good, sports bettors? Eats and T here with my bookie. And what a weekend we just had in these betting streets. Did you cash in betting in with my bookie? If you didn't, you got Monday Night Football to catch up, baby. The Cleveland Browns are on extra rest, traveling to play the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams are coming off a win, and the Broncos are a 5.5-point favorite with a 42-point over-under. The Broncos have been taking care of business against teams with losing records, so I'd expect them to win by a touchdown and cover the spread at home against the Jameis Winston-led Browns. Guys, my bookie has the best sign-up bonus in the industry for Florida bettors. Our listeners can sign up using my promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus that doubles your money up to $1,000. That's promo code 1010XL to claim that double deposit bonus. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Just use my promo code 1010XL to double that deposit bonus. Come on, somebody.
Weekends were made for sports, and I'll tell you my take on this weekend's best options. Hicken here. Watch for Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook. Weekend with Dan is brought to you by Stone Core. We do outdoors better.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks, vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?"
Huh?
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Caitlin Duggar at 770-4897.
Hey, it's Mike Dempsey, and you know how I feel about Pella Windows and Doors. Great design, strongest warranties, and the highest quality product. I even chose Pella Windows for my own home. And whether you're a homeowner replacing windows or building a new home or a trade professional working with clients, I know the design experts at Pella will help your project run smoothly and look great. Visit PellaJacks.com or the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. That's Pella Windows and Doors.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Following the team's loss to the Houston Texans, Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson remarked on the controversial hit given to his quarterback.
It's a play that nobody wants to see in our league, obviously, because you see what happens, after the fact, and it just escalates. And
the head coach mentioned the status of quarterback Trevor Lawrence.
He was moving around and everything, and we'll be fine. He'll obviously go into the protocol, but I haven't talked to him here after the game yet.
The hit quarterback Trevor Lawrence received was on the mind of many of his teammates, such as Trayvon Walker.
We got to come together even closer in times to where play complementary football, offense, defense, and special teams.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Last week and this week, I thought there was a difference, knowing that he was, working his butt off with our training staff to get back and be available in the game, and the way he approached that this week, the way the training staff worked overtime. And again, the guy wasn't 100%. He wanted to play last week, and then obviously he came in the building Sunday, said, "I'm playing this week."
Yeah. That's Billy Napier from a couple of weeks ago. No, we got Billy from. No, that's all you see. Yeah. We got something from Saturday night. Put in there 3 or 4 of them. We got, listen, there's a lot of shows in the country right now that would just be scrambling and try not to let you in. We open the curtain here, gang. Ride to work. Happens. You know what? You're going to put the wrong coffee filter in today, too. It happens. Anyway. Yeah. All right, here we go. Here's Billy Napier on finishing the season with a win and tally.
Yeah, I think mid-season is when it all kind of came together. I think the players did a good job of kind of putting their blinders on in the first month and didn't allow excuses, didn't allow blame, and really just went back to work, go back to that first open date. And I think that Tennessee game was pivotal, the way they responded to that. So, yeah, just in general, good to have some momentum, and I thought we took advantage. That was the mission was to capture the momentum that we had tonight. I thought we did that.
Listen, I don't know if you're a Florida fan, if you're a football fan, just the life in general. What a great example of perseverance by that dude. Only 7-5. Nobody's telling. I hear you. Oh, yeah, that's really good. Give him a 10-year contract. Sign him lifetime right now. Whatever. Just for any of you want to really take something though positive out of sports, right? Doesn't always have to be who you're rooting for. That guy was left for dead, man. We beat him up and left him in the ditch. And again, he may not be the long-term answer. Who cares? It's proof that if you believe in yourself and what you're doing, sometimes those platitudes do bear fruit. At least they have. This is a short term. They look like a team that's built-y. Got a lot of young dudes running around that defense, and there's third and fourth stringers, a lot of them. I mean, you're not seeing Jason Marshall, Pop Howard. I mean, I can go down the list. They haven't had Trey Wilson, their best offensive player, or best receiver, just about all year. They got a crowded backfield. They've got it's a complete difference maker at quarterback. I bet you Florida returned 16 of 22 starters, and that's now with guys getting, experience all over the place. I would expect if the Gator Bowl can get them, they would get them because they've told us they want them. And I've seen some like any. So that what that tells me, again, I'm going with two guys I know and respect in Greg McGarity and the chairman, Andy King. Am I missing something? Didn't they flat out say that'd be their number one choice?
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I mean, they said as much. So if you see Florida forecast to the Gasparilla Bowl or the Birmingham Bowl or the Vegas Bowl, pound rocks. How do I know? Because a bowl that picks ahead of those bowls has told us if they're there, they take them. Now, maybe they get pressured and got to take, say, South Carolina. I got so many rants, and I got nothing for like a team like South Carolina going up. And I know this isn't popular, but we're one of the 12 best. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're 9-3, and guess who's this is South Carolina. I'm on a tangent. So South Carolina, because we're gonna have this posturing, and Miami's gonna have to fight like heck to hold on to that too. I wouldn't put them in. Miami's up 21-0. All they can do is win at Syracuse, and they're in. There's no questions. They're in the ACC championship game. And you've lost now to Georgia Tech and Syracuse. You've lost 2 of your last 3. You don't look anything at all like a top 12 team, and I wouldn't put you in. You can't even get to an ACC championship game. You had a 21-0 lead. All you got to do is win. You're in, and you're not good enough to do that? No, give me 9-3 Alabama then. That's what you're going to do. But the point with South Carolina is South Carolina's 14 at 9-3, and they're red hot. I think they've won 6 straight. Just beat Clemson on the road. Great win. But Ole Miss is 13 and Alabama is 12. These are the projections. And guess what Ole Miss and Alabama did, South Carolina? This isn't going to fit your argument very well. They both beat you. So, yeah, no, you're not jumping ahead of both of them. All due apologies. There's also this for Florida, and that is this winning down the stretch has just built an absolute tidal wave of momentum on the recruiting trail, and they are just flipping them like shells in the surf. As another 2 or 3 this weekend have come on board, including a D lineman now from Georgia. That's happened overnight. There was an O lineman from Georgia, I say from the state of Georgia, but these are flips from big-time programs, from an Auburn, one this today from Texas. And Florida, who was 51st in recruiting, is all the way up to number 12. and apparently are odds-on favorites for another 2 or 3 of these 4/5s, and will ultimately, as predicted, they're going to shoot up into the top 10. Maybe if it falls just perfectly, into the top 5. So who knows? Fire up the band. We got a football fix. I got to go through some of these scores. I've just, God, with so much content, dude. Too much content today. Easiest sports radio show in the history of man is today's show in Jacksonville, Florida. Let's see. We'll start on the over the weekend because there's news coming out of some of these games. But Bears, Lions win again. It took everything they had. The Bears completely mismanaged the game at the end, and they finally had enough. They got They got a little bit of concern for the fans up there and letting them think that they're not off on an island somewhere and unaware of what's going on. They fired their coach. First time I think I saw the first time they fired a coach in season. Is that right? In a long time, at least, if it's in the history of the franchise, it just goes to, it was a total eber-flub. They had timeouts at the end, and they let the clock run out, throwing long balls. It was pitiful. Cowboys over the Giants, trying to keep faint hope alive. The Dolphins are so soft, and it's not that they lost because of the cold. It's because they don't have enough gumption to end the narrative and win. Green Bay's good. They're not great. Miami didn't even compete. It was 14-0, before you were having that third piece of Thanksgiving night pie. Friday, the Chiefs got lucky. Raiders should have beat them. Raiders are in field goal range, and they do what losing teams do. We saw the Bears and Raiders, 2 of the worst teams in the league, give away games against the Lions and Chiefs, 2 of the best teams in the league. That's how slight the margin is. But here are the Raiders driving down. They trail 19-17. A field goal will win it. They snap the ball while the quarterback's not looking in the shotgun. It bangs off of his chest, and Chiefs recover, win the game. Aaron Rodgers I would argue, is the biggest bust in free agent history. Think about it. Really think about it. $50 million, leaving a great situation because it wasn't great enough for you.
Okay.
Still with game left. He's been an MVP the year before, 2 years previous. To go to New York and your biggest impact be for the ayahuasca industry, it should be the scarlet letter on your resume that it really is. You're perhaps the biggest bust in free agent history. You're a franchise quarterback, MVP level, and you're why you're losing now. He was terrible yesterday. Missed a wide open touchdown that would have been the difference. Much more. Jets lose again, 3-9, 3-8, lost 3-9 rather, lost. Terrible season for them. Falcons falling apart as quickly as we can speak. Kirk Cousins was terrible yesterday, 4 INTs. Starting to be murmurs of going to Penix there, but it's 6-6 tied for the division lead. Lost season for the Bengals. They just can't win. Bengals can't win either. That's another one. He's consider making some serious changes. Steelers find a way. Over 400 for Russ yesterday.
It's like the third time he's done that.
Speaking of finding a way, man, the Vikings were cooked yesterday. They were down 19-6, and the Cardinals had the ball and had a turnover, and voila, 23-22. Vikings 10-2, hanging strong in that AFC. Big moment for Anthony Richardson. Threw a touchdown pass on 4th down and then ran in a 2-point conversion as the Colts opt to go for the victory. They're in the playoff hunt. Let's kind of throw it all on a 2-pointer there. Was a bit surprising, but the Colts convert. They win at 6-7, just outside. They'll be pulling for the Browns to beat the Broncos tonight in Monday Night Football. Commanders in that losing streak in a big way. Big day for Jaden Daniels, 42-19 there. Rams, part of that jumbled NFC West. They're a winner yesterday at 6-6, a game behind the Seahawks now. Bucs beat the Panthers in overtime as, only the really bad teams in the league find ways to lose games like the Panthers did yesterday. When you take the game-winning lead with 23 seconds to go and still allow the other team to tie and ultimately beat you. Eagles over the Ravens, time to flat out, no more asterisks or anything. Philly went through their rough patch, figured it out, and are one of the best teams in the league. And again, I'd trade Trevor, 5 first-rounders, and pay half of the new stadium construction if you'll give me Josh Allen. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by All-State agent Mandy Bowers, the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. We got breakfast with Boselli early in the 7 o'clock hour. Hicken arrival next. You are listening to The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He may have started his career somewhere else, but he found his home in Duval.
Join me, Jeff Loggeman, for Check to Tape Tuesday on Jaguars Today.
Brought to you by Jack's Napa Auto Care Group.com. Go to the pros Napa know-how on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Did you know you can charge the all-new Honda Electric Prologue in the same receptacle as your phone? You don't need any special charging stations at your home. Simply plug in your Honda or your phone. See your local Honda dealer now. We're electrified.
Injured in an accident? Have mounting medical bills? Can't work? Don't worry. Zach's got your back. I'm Zach Von Rowan of Von Rowan Law. I will fight for the compensation that you deserve. Set up your free consultation at zachsgotyourback.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey folks, Dave Binion with Zero Res. I asked my wife what she wants for Christmas, and she said the same thing she does every year. She wants a clean home full of family and friends. That means the carpets, the tile and grout, the large oriental rug in our family room, and the huge sectional sofa that everyone loves to hang out on all need a good Zero Res cleaning. Give Zero Res a call and get your carpets cleaned for only $49 a room, and get your tile and grout cleaned for 25% off. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Find out why soccer is the most popular game in the world and spreading fast on the First Coast.
On the Sporty Jack Soccer Hour.
Join Cole Pepper, Mauricio Ruiz, and Becky Burley as they discuss the latest in the world of soccer.
Tuesday nights at 6
on 1010 AM.
Man, have you been thinking about selling your home, but all you see potentially in front of you are problems? And you could sell for a variety of reasons. Maybe you need more space for your office or growing family. Maybe you want maximum equity for your home, but you're really not sure how. No matter what your problems are, we have the solutions, and they come with promises. We are Chad and Sandy and ChadandSandy.com. Trust them. Your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. That's a promise that you can count on. You know that Chad and Sandy are going to deliver because your home will be sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. There are success stories all over the First Coast. Justin and Palatka, I was trapped in a mortgage with my ex-wife on a home that didn't sell for 184 days with another realtor. Hired Chad and Sandy, multiple offers in 7 days, sold and closed in 16. It's that easy. Go to ChadAndSandy.com. That's ChadAndSandy.com or 414-6200.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
This is Hayes Carlion for Skylife Elite. Explore the exclusive benefits of aircraft ownership. Partner with Northeast Florida's Elite Air Charter to unlock new revenue opportunities by putting your aircraft on charter, reducing your operating costs while enjoying full service management and exclusive perks. Whether you're a current owner or considering ownership, Skylife Elite provides a seamless, personalized experience that lets your investment soar. Call Skylife Elite at 904-403-2878 to discover more about this rewarding opportunity.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what Window wants you to do. Window knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to Window they can't offer you the quality at the price that Window can.
And with Window World, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, Window World and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with Window World, and to top it off, Window World windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with Window World. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Window World today and get your free in-home estimate, or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The Great American Race, where year after year, greatness is the destination.
Drivers, start your engines, let's go!
So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
The Sawgrass Marriott Golf Resort and Spa is the perfect place for indulging in a pampering spa treatment. This holiday season, give the gift of wellness with a gift card and take advantage of the spa's current promotion. With the purchase of a $75 gift card or more, guests get a credit towards a future service. With healing massages, revitalizing facial treatments, and more, a day at the Sawgrass Spa makes the perfect gift. Purchase in person at Sawgrass Spa during operating hours.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Pro Jacks Roofing. Noles head coach Mike Norvell, following the loss to Florida and the incident of flag planting at midfield, sounded like a coach you wouldn't soon forget.
I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure we don't experience that again. When they won the game, they have the right and to celebrate just like we have in the previous years.
Gator head coach Billy Napier didn't approve of his team's behavior in the victory over FSU. LSU.
I want to apologize on behalf of the entire organization just in terms of how we represented the university there.
The Florida Gators men's basketball team remains undefeated as they claim the ESPN Events Invitational Championship trophy, showing positive growth for head coach Todd Golden.
We made a jump as a team over the past couple of days. Obviously, on the defensive side of the ball, we've shown the ability to guard.
That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7:03, it's 39 degrees. Whew. Your time and temps brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Hey, you know it.
Because a vision softly creeping.
You know it.
Left its seeds
Yada, hada ha. Yes, sir.
And the vision that was planted.
Another manic Monday.
Still remains.
It just echoes
in the
sound of silence.
Of silence.
Over and over and over. Welcome to the show. The Jacksonville Jaguars are 2-10. 2-10. They did score a touchdown in the fourth quarter yesterday for the first time since the Vikings game. I guess perhaps we should celebrate that. They lost. And they're a soft team, a finesse team, a non-physical team. Here, kitty, soft kitty, little cup of fur, kitty type team. So that's what we got. Strange game because they do provide us content. And we don't have to sit here and break down the game because they lost the game.
And we're the worst team in the league. We're so poorly coached that there's just, there's no use thinking about any of that.
The incident that took place with about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter is one that everybody seems to be chatting about, and rightfully so. And I don't know. The leadership starts from the top down on that one. I got to be honest. I'll just say how I feel. I'm not an NFL guy, not a coach, just my opinion, but I was disappointed in the head coach. And I'll tell you why. I was watching the exact same play from years ago in Baltimore. The Ravens were playing the Dolphins. Okay? Good morning, everybody, by the way. Morning, Jeff. Good morning, E.
Hello. Sabasi.
Thank you. What he said. Mm-hmm. And
a little Creole on you. Start things up.
Yes. Sabasi. Did I get that right?
Not even close.
Yeah. Ish.
Anyway, Joe Flacco, so long ago, Joe Flacco was the quarterback of the Ravens. He's scrambling. And a guy named Kiko Alonso,
remember him?
Came up and did almost the exact same hit on Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Joe was kind of wide-eyed and, gets up immediately. And the head coach of the Ravens at that time was John Harbaugh. And you know what he did? He went right up to Kiko Alonso and started yelling at him. That's what he did. He didn't go find D'Amico Ryans and give him a warm embrace after and worry about the post-game hug. He didn't come in the locker room and say, boy, that's a shame.
It's become too friendly.
To see that in football.
Yeah.
It has become too friendly. It's like they're all one big group and they just break up into teams that play pickup.
Yeah, because they're all going to be working together next year. We're a tight fraternity. Well, I don't want that on my team. I told it. If I'm the owner, I would have said, I'll pay every fine here. You guys make those guys pay for that.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. We didn't do that. We don't do that. I would have gotten kicked out of the league today because I would have sent Mason Smith into earholing when he took the knee.
Yeah.
I literally would have. That's not a joke. I literally would have sent Mason Smith in on the last play of the half, and I would have said, when he takes a knee, I want you to knock him. Mason, I got your fine. Knock him to the – they can suspend you, son. We don't play you.
Next issue is Mason Smith played 39 snaps. He wants to play nothing. It's just, again, that's team dysfunction.
That's Trent Baalke.
Well, whoever it is, it doesn't matter. It's idiotic.
Well, we have the worst. I have never – turned so fast, so hard. We got the worst coach in the league. Doug Peterson's terrible.
A guy got so good during the bye week, he earned a lot of snaps. Next issue is with next issue. I like to call him Island Clark, not Land Clark, the NFL referee.
You want to know where he went to school? Snow College. How appropriate, you little snowflake country
Land
clubber.
Clark, who gutlessly.
He's gutless.
So let me get this right. E, let me ask you this question. You knock out our quarterback.
Okay.
And we get nothing out of it.
That's wild.
Not a yard, not a penalty, no advantage. You knock out our quarterback, but because Evan Ingram whacked a guy and they only saw one, the only guy they threw out from Houston was, you know what Jacksonville should have had yesterday at that moment? If they're going to play this game with Island Clark or whatever his name is.
Land Clark.
Land Sear.
Definitely grew up
Sky.
on a country club. Your name is Land Clark, bro. There's no way you didn't
Land
ride
should have
around
had to go.
Escalade.
We've ejected players number 85, 79, 72, 16, blah, blah, blah. He should have read a list of about 20 Jags who got ejected if you're going to play it by that. And then here's the kicker of all kickers. The dude runs back onto the field after he's been ejected, rips his helmet off and says, "Bring it on," to Brandon Sheriff. And he doesn't get a penalty for that, E. We didn't see him approach the other team. Really? You didn't see that?
No double jeopardy.
What if he come back with – you know what I was going to say? Hey, Land, what if you come back with a gun? Would that have been a flag?
I mean –
he was already tossed.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
I know.
How about you penalize the team then for that?
Right, something.
You know,
how about when your quarterback gets knocked out for the game, new rule, that team gets 15 yards, and then you can then call him offsetting. Land, that was the worst case of control and judgment and justice that I've ever seen in 30 years.
I love
saw
how
things
teams
I've never
love
seen.
to we're not going to talk. Like D'Amico Ryans afterwards, that was disgraceful too. D'Amico Ryans, we've addressed it, and we'll move on from there. I've addressed it. We don't condone that. We're not like that. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Because this kid, a few weeks ago against Chicago, took a cheap shot on Caleb Williams, punched a guy. This kid, who's a dirty player, which is fine. There are dirty players in the NFL.
Sure. They're
Maybe
not all
we
nice
should
guys.
have some.
Man, we don't.
Okay? This guy, when he was with the Niners, grabbed Tom Brady by the throat when he was the Bucs quarterback and tried to choke him out on a play.
Put his left hand on the back of his neck.
Yeah. Literally tried to choke Tom Brady.
He should be suspended for probably a year. I wouldn't let him play. If I were the league, say, sorry, man, go to the XFL. We ain't playing that here. He could have killed him yesterday. That's the kind of thing. And then would he say, how does this happen? How's it happen? It's endorsed by a football team in the NFL who's led by a head coach who says that's okay.
Yeah,
you're a liar, D'Amico.
Yeah. Go do.
Bunch of liars.
Go do your.
They don't care.
Go do your investigation, and maybe we got a Saints situation going on over there. Who knows? But anyway, the only guy I'll give any credit for is C.J. Stroud, who after the game, without any prompting, said, "Hey, man, I'm really sorry about what happened to Trevor Lawrence, and I just, say a prayer for him, and blah blah blah." Now he didn't say that. He said, "I'll ride with Aziz," which I disagree with, because it just wasn't right. And I thought the players in our locker room afterwards were a little bit. I guess I don't know if they're worried about fines or whatever. Screw that, man. That guy, that was dirty as hell.
Very.
And there's no ways around it. And so it was extremely frustrating to watch and to see. And it symbolizes our football team as well. Because honestly, that guy should have never got off the sideline, our sideline, when we had him over there. We should have stomped him. That ain't right. You can't. It's just such a dirty play. And for most NFL players, I heard the guys you respect, the Hall of Famers, the ones who have important roles and aren't on Twitter, echo all these sentiments. Okay, now there's a couple guys who went to Twitter who are, Texans fans or whatever, and tried to defend it. Well, it happened so fast. Well, blah blah blah. If you think that, then I've got some swampland to sell you. All right, a lot of acres. I just need cash. I'm sorry, I don't take credit. I just need cash, and I'll give you the land. I mean, come on, man. It was dirty from the day is long. In the end,
the bottom line, back to your point with Land Clark, he should also be suspended. He did a terrible job of parsing out fairness. That's what an official is for, you jackass.
Yeah, there's no fairness there.
There's no fairness at all, man. And then, by the way, to double down and call a BS holding call on an ETN run that went to the – did you ever take a look at that?
Yeah.
That was not holding.
Yeah.
Y'all suck, man.
Yeah.
It's hard. Do you not see us? It's hard enough. We got a coach who I'm starting to think does not even put in a game plan week to week. He is so mailed it in. I think he gets up, runs on the beach, drives into the stadium, and throws the papers in the air.
You could see a lot of the changes that this team went through and all the work they put in during the bye week when on 2nd and 11, they ran a little pitch out play for a loss of 3. And then on 3rd and 9, they ran 4 wide receivers to one side and decided to run a bubble screen for about a gain of 6 and then punted. You could see a lot of the creativity and thought that went into what they did while they were preparing during the bye week.
Didn't they
None.
They ran BTJ on a tall sweep or something, didn't they?
Yes. So anyway, a couple Dreamfinders Homes poll questions of the day for you. We got a bonus one today. It's brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes. They decided to give me a little extra. They're working overtime. They want to remind you that dreamfindershomes.com. Have you seen these homes that they have in 15 locations? They are beautiful homes, man. And you should take advantage of a 2.99%. That's right, I said it, a 2.99% year one interest rate. With all that said, first thing, now what for Trevor Lawrence? Do you sit him out? Does he go through protocol, then he's back? Or does it even matter? Those are your 3 choices. Is he done? You sitting him out for the rest of the year now? Is it protocol, then he's back? Or does it even matter? We have over 1,100 votes.
I would, if it were me, again, this is my, I would, if he's healthy to play, I'd play him, if it were me.
65.4% believe we should sit him out the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'd sit him out. It looked pretty serious because he was on the field longer than normal.
He was knocked out. He had the, what do they call it? Fencing.
Yeah.
He had the fencing, the Tua stuff.
And by the way, if he's in, don't get me wrong, he has to have a clean bill of health. He's got a clean bill of health, I'd play him. Like, I wouldn't sit him out of fear that a different injury could happen because that's where you're at if you have a clean bill of health.
This guy now has become a magnet for getting injured.
Yeah, I can't say it any differently.
And year 4 has been a total waste.
It's been a lost year. And we're a broken franchise, and over I-10, you got a broken program. It's it just crystallized even more this weekend for both.
65.4% say sit him out. Our bonus poll question of the day from Dreamfinders Homes: what does the Walker Little signing tell you about the 25 Jags? Balky is back. They have no worries about the left tackle spot. Why does he do an extension in season? I thought we didn't do those. Remember we heard that last year?
I wasn't really, I never. That didn't
big dollars for average player.
Did he get big dollars?
Well, I'd say he got big dollars.
What does he get? What are
I think I read he's like the 13th highest paid with the deal. Big dollars for average player extension. And these are just
I don't know how
choices.
good Walker Little is. He's not offensive to me.
Yeah.
In other words, you notice your linemen most when they fail all the time.
Yeah.
I think
he's not a constant fail.
No, I don't think so.
Player.
I think I would have said this though. What was the rush? We have 6 more games left. Why not do it at the end of the year? What's the rush with Walker Little?
Why not do it now? What's the matter?
Because I want to see 6 more games from him and see how he does.
Yeah, I don't know if
you've seen enough, obviously.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's been here for a lot of years. I can't imagine something changing.
He was here a lot of years and he couldn't beat out Cam Robinson,
or they wouldn't let him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I don't know. I don't know.
I know it's
we'll
not.
Ask Tony.
For sure. And how has he played? I'm not qualified to. I can't tell if he's quitting on routes or going the wrong way.
I think he's played fairly well in pass protection.
Tackles aren't easy to find. You got 2 guys in house that are
young.
I'm okay. Walker Little's not a bad player.
Well, 42.3% say it indicates Balky is back.
Here's the problem, and then I'll let you finish. The problem is this. Again, it all goes back to Balky. The best of the 3 is playing in Kansas City.
Yeah.
You let the good one go, and the other 2 you kept.
Well, now there's 4 of them because you traded Cam too.
But my point is, at the time, you had 3.
I guess my only question is
the one you could have kept of the 3, you let go. You kept the other 2, and then you brought in another one.
It is what it is. Balky's back up 42.3% of the vote. There's 700 votes there. You can vote at Dan Hicken. He'll post them as well. They're brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Gators, and the Jags. We got Big Bo coming up right after this.
This is your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
The offense has been a total disaster. We got going in the 4th quarter. I don't know why we did. Maybe it was just Mac Jones getting the rust off him after a couple of games. Maybe it was the fact they were more of a prevent, bend, don't break, whatever it was. The Jaguars actually found the end zone for the first time they hadn't done since the first quarter of the Vikings game. Think about that now. They were in an 0 for 25 slump in terms of scoring touchdowns with possessions. 0 for 25. Jags are just not a good football team, and this is why when you talk about the soft part of the schedule, the softest are our Jacksonville Jaguars. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Always on the lookout for winners, experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. The Bennies are incredible. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. It's growing. It's been around Jacksonville for more than 50 years. It's family-owned and operated, has tons of stability. Here's the opportunity. All you got to do is go to liftpower.com for more information. That's liftpower.com.
Learn the ins and outs and ups and downs of the man under center.
Don't just watch the position, learn the position.
Friday mornings on The Drill. Denny Thompson is
the quarterback whisperer.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners, financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators. And by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
If you've been in an auto accident, you can count on the experts at San Jose Collision to return your vehicle to pre-accident conditions. San Jose Collision can also provide a fresh paint job to freshen up your vehicle or completely change its appearance. They can paint and repair all foreign and domestic cars and trucks. When quality and professionalism are important to you, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Post-Game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
Huddle up at Hurricane Grill and Wings, where every day is game day. From their famous wings to refreshing new cocktails, serving up the flavors you crave. And score big with awesome happy hour deals. It's the perfect spot to catch all the football action while enjoying your food faves, cocktails, and beer. Don't miss out. Grab your friends and family and swing by Hurricane Grill and Wings and see what everyone's cheering about. Find the restaurant nearest you at hurricanewings.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
It couldn't be any happier than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, that's how you'll be treated when you visit the beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. Man, they're so friendly. All smiles. They're there just to help. And you know me, I got my boy Blue. I love my blue Silverado. But if you want a truck like me, if you want a car, an SUV, an electric, a pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet's got them all. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, they're there to help anyway. MoreChevy.com, more with an E, Chevy.com. Easy to navigate as any site you'll try. All the vehicles are there, sales, service. Oh, the service department is the best. Parts, never been more easy to use. It's George Moore Chevrolet, gang. Together, let's drive.
The next generation of college stars are here in Jax. Tom Hacker joined 1010XL all day Wednesday to learn where high school's top prospects will be headed. The early signing period is brought to you by San Jose Collision.
On 1010XL.
Make a crucial catch against colon cancer. Hicken here for the Borland Gruber Foundation. If you're 45 or older, the ball is in the red zone to get screened. The key to surviving colon cancer, early detection and prevention. 45 is the new 50. Get screened for colon cancer now. The Borland Groover Foundation is a nonprofit organization devoted to building a healthy and equitable community that is free from colon cancer. Visit BorlandGrooverFoundation.com for more.
Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen, energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. The first 50 customers get a free True Screen upgrade, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, Hicken here for America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Millions of active members. It's Prize Picks. Listen, it was Thanksgiving weekend, man. We had over 20 people at the house, $5.81 a meal. That's over $100 I had to make back. So I said, Prize Picks, I'm going to work hard on Thursday, work hard on Friday, and I did. And all you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and then watch the winnings roll in. And when your picks hit, which they do, you get your money in as quickly as 15 minutes. Because Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. I like to make Sundays fun days, but like I said, I worked hard over the Thanksgiving Day weekend. So here's what you do. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code JAX, J-A-X. You get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play just $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
Denny Thompson here. They're still growing. Tyson Sound and Security is looking to hire a master electrician. Are you or someone you know a master electrician with residential experience? Candidate will start at the industry's most competitive pay. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call to apply 762-1000. Tyson Sound and Security hiring a master electrician offering top-notch industry pay. Call to apply 762-1000. Equal opportunity employee.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. It's Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Boselli. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida. Hall of Fame Quality Roofing Solutions.
We're going to jump right in. He's number 71 in your program. He's number 1 in your heart. PFHOF number 355. Don Anthony Boselli Jr. We got a lot to talk about this morning, young man. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little fired up about everything yesterday. I don't know, man. I just...
yeah, Dan's fired up, man.
I'll say this, Don Anthony Boselli Jr. I watched you play football. I think I watched your entire Jaguar career at every game. I was at every single game. And I know if somebody, and I saw anybody take a shot at your quarterback, I know you're the first one in there.
Yep.
I know you'd be the first one in there. And not only because he's your friend, but because he's your quarterback. And I like the Jaguars of the moment response yesterday. I don't like how the league has ruled things. And I got to be honest, I didn't like the coach.
What is the league that I haven't seen that?
You got to get 15 yards. You can't have a play like that.
How do we not get anything out of that, Tony? They knocked our quarterback out, and we're in the same spot.
That's stupid.
That's
Nah. Yeah, I don't like
it's wrong then. It should be separate.
Wrong.
Yeah, it should be separate.
Okay, well, if I could finish.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
That is the current rule of how they do it. I think in a situation like that, the hit to Lawrence should be be enforced, and then the offsetting should be the fighting.
Correct.
Perfect.
I think that's
exactly
the mistake in the rule.
Yes.
But that's the way. I mean, it's the way it's for everybody. So it's not like they did us wrong.
Well, in this respect, they did, though. That dude ran back onto the field again, and he didn't get flagged because he had, quote, already been kicked out. Should have been a flag on the Texans for something. He ran back on the field, took his helmet off,
everything was calmed
and wanted
down.
to fight.
I don't disagree with that, but then they could have also thrown another flag for us for Sheriff running down there, which I loved.
I love it.
So I'm all for what Sheriff did, but they could have thrown a flag there, too. It would have been offsetting again. I get it. That's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is our quarterback was knocked out.
Correct.
And based on
by a dirty play, on a dirty, cheap, awful play.
Yeah, it's a bang play because it's maybe a little bit of a late slide, but I'd have been fine if Al-Shaair was trying to pull up and made some contact, kind of brushed his chest, hit him or whatever, which we see all the time. Late slide, defender's coming in, realizes he's going down, he tries to pull up. There's still some mild contact, but it's clear that the defender's trying to get out of the way. This was different. This was a defender who you can, and I've seen it on, X, it was a late slide, blah, blah, blah. Fine. I'm not going to disagree with that. But he clearly took his forearm and finished through the play to the ground.
And that's what did it. The head, his helmet hitting
exactly right.
Oh.
It was the helmet hitting the head, and that's why it's a bad, dirty play, and there's no place for it in today's NFL.
How long should he be suspended, Tony?
Well, he has a history. He did this earlier in the year. At least 2 games, at least.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
And the response from Evan Ingram and the rest of the Jaguars was appropriate, to say the least.
I thought the response from the coach was poor, though. I thought the response from the coach, I was disappointed because, Tony, what did we do after that happened? How did we play football? We ran it down their throat, and we kept running it, and Brandon Sheriff was finishing dudes with a little extra, right? And we went into halftime, and I don't know if there were warnings or whatever, but I felt like, man, they just took it to us in the second half and built a 23-6 lead. I don't know, and I watched Joe Flacco against, I don't know if you saw it on social media when he was with the Ravens, and Harbaugh went right up to Kiko Alonso, got right in his face. And I thought Coach Peterson missed the boat on this, and I thought he's more worried about, an embrace with D'Amico Ryans. BS, man, D'Amico Ryans sitting there saying, we don't condone this, and yes, you do, because you let that guy play on your team like, I addressed it and we moved on. No. No, I need more.
Okay.
I need more. I'm sorry.
All right. I think let me address it. One, I don't think D'Amico Ryans coaches that.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. And
okay.
Secondly, there's a lot of guys in the history of this league and currently that play on the edge.
And we need some of those guys, by the way.
Hold on. If they're on your team, you celebrate.
Correct.
Donovan Darius.
And if they're not, you hate them and everything else. And
correct.
So what he did was wrong. And the response was right. I hate it. But this is a violent game, and sometimes those things happen, unfortunately. You don't want to see that. And the league is trying to get that out, and I think that's what Doug was saying. As far as Doug's response in the game, I thought it was fine. What is he supposed to do? There's a brawl going out. The guy's being pulled out. Is he supposed to chase the guy down and get into the fight?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, he's
Dive
not.
in.
No,
Dive
he's
in.
not.
He played. Didn't he play football?
He's supposed to take off his visor and slam it down in beach-like disgust.
He's the head coach. So you don't do that. As far as what happened at halftime in there,
protect his sunglasses.
It was an emotional locker room, but the officials also told both coaches that there's going to be zero tolerance.
Yeah.
So his job as a head coach is to communicate to the locker room because you're still trying to win a game, and
we suck, Tony. We're not going to win. I would have said, I want to hear Land Clark say your number when you get ejected, one after another. 15, 82, 79, 74. That's what I wanted. I wanted blood, Tony. Blood.
As a player, I would have felt a similar way. At the end of the day, his job as a head coach, you can't do that, and you know that.
The biggest, no, for sure. And look,
you know
it just gives.
Do that. And as far as his post-game comments, I think Doug Peterson that's his
personality.
That's his personality.
Yeah,
he said it. He said there's no place for this in the game.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what else people want I mean, if you want him to get up there and throw the visor and scream and yell and everything else, well, then you're going to be waiting forever because he's never been that.
Yeah. I would have gotten kicked out of the league, Tony, and a lot of fans feel this way. But I quite literally would have sent Mason Smith on the kneel down, and I would have had him knock him. Not kill him, not hurt him. I'd have hit him. I'd have hit him on the kneel down. My guy had gotten suspended. You could have suspended me, then fined me the next day. That's not right. But I literally would have done that. I would have done something more. Something more. You hit our quarterback. That was, and by the way, and I hear you playing on the edge. I don't know, Tony. That's the dirtiest play I can remember seeing.
So this is an AFC South rival too.
That's what. Can you please go watch the
Targeted
James Harrison career?
Yeah, that's a long time ago, Tony. And by the way, James Harrison's a Hall of Famer, and this guy's a nobody, a fly on your windshield. It does matter.
This is the most violent hit people have seen ever.
No. Dirty, not violent. Dirty.
Or dirty. I can dial up a bunch.
I will tell you this. I saw this.
Too.
I saw this. Mike Singletary had a hit on Steve. Was it Steve Pallor?
It was the hit of the year.
Hit of the year back in the day. But it's a different time now.
Right.
So.
Yeah, we celebrated it at one point.
Saying that it's not.
I hear you.
I'm
That's
not
all fine.
Condoning it. It was awful. I would have lost my mind.
How did we become the worst team in the league, Tony? Let's talk about that.
I was cheering Brandon Sheriff on.
Yeah, for sure.
Evan Ingram's response was perfect.
Yeah.
Like they handled it like the way you're supposed to handle it. I love every bit of that. But as far as I'm not sure what else Doug Peterson is supposed to do.
I know. I said not a smart.
Here's what he's supposed to do: win the game. But that didn't happen.
How have we become the worst? Tony, seriously now. We shouldn't skip something over. We're not a terribly banged-up, beat-up team. In fact, there are many playoff teams right now in much worse injury situations than we have. How did we become the worst team in the league? Because we are. We're the worst team in the league. We never start. It's too little, too late. We win a game every month and a half. It just how? I don't understand. I mean, I'm literally confused as to how you go from where we were last November to here without more just catastrophically tragic major things happening to you. That's a loaded question, but
that is we would need 3+ hours.
to
cover that. And Jeff, because it's not as simple.
I know.
I think we all want hey, if we just did this, everything's gonna be okay. But I do think it's a situation where, as an organization, you got to take a step back and look at the big picture, because there's something systemic. I mean, there's something bigger going on that needs to be addressed and need to fix. And I think you need to evaluate everything from the talent, how you've acquired that talent, the scheme, what we're doing, how we're doing it. Because at 2-10, with the money that Shad Khan spent to build this roster, it's just unacceptable. And this is you are what your record is. You're 2-10. You have the worst record in the NFL. Whether you're the worst team or one of the worst 3 teams, you can debate it. Who cares? The reality is you're not where you should be or need to be. And just making an excuse, which I'm not saying anyone is, or just saying, hey, it's just this or just that. I just don't think that's logical at this point, because this is now losing 6-7 to end the season to now being 2-10. I mean, there's significant issues that need to be addressed, that you need to look at. And I think it would injustice to say, well, it's just this. If they just do this better, they're going to be okay. Because at the end of the day, like you watched yesterday's interesting, it's kind of microcosm of the season. Come out, offense slow. Part of that, I think, is due to Trevor was a little bit rusty, off. Defense is playing well. C.J. Stroud was not good yesterday either. Mm-hmm. But the defense is playing well, stopping the run. I'm like, okay, here, we got it going. Let's just get the offense going. Well, come out in the second half, they get running the ball. The Bengals are running the ball. We can't get anything going offensively, backup quarterback. And now we're down, 3 scores, and it's panic time. And then we find a way to scramble back and, make it interesting, have a chance, but then we can't get off the field again.
Right.
All of a sudden our defense can't stop it. So, that's been our story all year outside of the 2 blowouts. It's like slow start, get behind, make a magical run. It's too late. We run, we lose the game. That's not how you play football. And you're not going to be successful doing that.
No.
So I think, instead of just sitting here and saying, let's diagnose it and just fix this, everything's going to be okay. I think, and I'm sure this is what Shad is doing, is taking a step back and saying, okay, this whole thing needs to be reevaluated at this point.
Yeah, I mean, listen, just a 1-minute meeting, clear things up.
Tone, let me ask you one other thing. Walker Little signs a deal yesterday, and I'm pretty sure they said last year we don't do contracts during the season, but I guess that's not true. I don't know.
I thought that was said too. I don't know who that came from.
Yeah, maybe
though.
I heard that wrong, so I don't want to. But I
thought I heard the same thing, Dan. But then as I go back, I don't know if that came.
Yeah, somebody could have just tweeted it or.
Or whatever.
Exactly.
That aside, I need your professional. Is that a good signing? Does it take the left tackle out? Obviously, that makes it left. We have a lot of holes to fill, so that's one less hole to fill. Is one way to look at it. Is he worthy of? Is it? I don't know. Just
how has he played?
Yeah, how's he playing?
Compared to.
Well, I thought he played. I thought. Let me give him a couple positives yesterday.
Okay.
It's just hard when you lose your starting quarterback and you lose in your 10th game of the season.
Yeah.
I thought the two tackles did a really good job.
Okay, good.
No
sacks. I know they had no sacks, and they had been raving about
those ends have been
Hunter
playing good.
Hunter and
those.
Yeah.
I mean, Daniil Hunter had 5 sacks in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Most people believe that him and Will Anderson are the best pass rushing duo.
And by the way, we played them twice, and I don't remember those guys making plays against us.
I think Hunter did have one the first game, but no, they didn't do a ton.
First game.
Okay.
They didn't do in this game. I thought both guys played well, and I thought the other positive was Parker Washington. And boy, he ran. And watching the tape, he ran some great routes.
Okay, good.
Made some great catches. And he's really good with the run after catch. So that's a positive. Young player getting an opportunity, taking advantage of it.
All right.
So that was good. As far as the signing of Walker Little, I was surprised by the timing of it.
Okay.
I didn't, 3 years, $45 million, 26 guaranteed. That's a, good contract for a guy who's never won the starting job.
Right.
He's played as a starter because of injury and suspensions and other things. And now he's the starter because we traded Cam Robinson. And so I thought this was a great opportunity to see him perform.
Right.
Over the, this period of time. And then you could always sign him late in the season, or you have, 2.5 months postseason to get it done. They felt differently. They obviously see him in practice. They felt like he's a mid-level to upper echelon. I think, paying him $15 a year, it's probably, I think he's like the 13th or 14th or somewhere around there paid at tackle or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but that's an upper, you're paying a guy who you think is a starting caliber, good, solid left tackle in a league that, has offensive line issues right now. And so you got it done now.
Okay.
So that, as far as Walker Little, I'm happy as heck for him. I love when guys get paid.
Yep.
And I thought he played coming out, probably a little extra pressure, getting paid, came out and played outstanding. And he's going to be the left tackle. So timing-wise, I was surprised. I do understand the fact that, there are a bunch of things that need to be addressed in this offseason.
Right.
And so if you can, plug one of those holes with a guy that you believe is starting caliber, okay. Makes sense.
Okay. Text line is saying that more than one that they remember Trent Baalke himself saying that.
Oh, about the in-season signing, yeah. I'm almost positive, but like I said, I don't.
Well, it probably meant that, we're not making any progress with Josh Allen. We don't do that in season. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Somebody else on the text line, and I'm not endorsing this, but did say that Doug Peterson would fight to the death if someone hit Press Taylor like that.
So I'm going to go back to Walker Little. So timing-wise, surprised. Didn't know if there was a rush or something.
Tony ain't playing.
No, that was for y'all. I had to share it. It was too good.
It was good.
I had to give it to E and Dan. I did. Anyway, continue.
Go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
So and I'm happy for him. So, but we talked about it, I think last week or maybe the week before. There's a lot of, with the age of the offensive line and
right.
And with before the signing, Walker being a free agent, you had a lot of issues to address on that offensive line going into next year. It looks like now this is one less area you need to address.
Man, Brian Thomas Jr. could have had about 200 yards receiving yesterday if they hit a couple of those verticals. Both Lawrence and Mack missed him. He got past him twice. It was. Yeah. I like what I saw from him. And,
PFF, by the way, I'll say has said on Walker Little after the extension that he has not allowed a pressure or a sack in the last 3 games.
Okay.
So, you know.
No, he's played.
We still have 5 games left.
I thought he's been fine.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think he's good. Look, everyone expects. I get it, but more than ever, and the fandom has changed to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be some reality of fandom of understanding that the minute you get a guy, he's not a Hall of Fame player.
That's Tony's fault. He created it.
But so many people, they want their guy to be finished products and rare, not realizing that the stars around the league have been in the league 5, 6, 7, 10 years. I mean,
well, let me say one more thing about the offensive line.
Yeah.
I don't know when this happened, but guys get beat. Like the best players. Like Penei Sewell, Lane Johnson, Trent Williams, the best tackles in football, they get beat.
That's right. That's what I mean. That's my point.
Like guys get beat in the NFL. I got beat. Gave up sacks. I mean, like that. So, like we live in this world now. If a guy gives up like 1 sack, oh, he's terrible.
Right. That's what I mean. It's just silly.
Like, wait a second. Those guys get paid over there.
A running back has a game where he goes 23 for 49. He sucks, and then 3 weeks later he goes 12 for 116, and it's just. Everything.
Well, and I think this is partly due to the fact there's 2 main factors. I think one is fantasy football for the skilled players.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
And then 2 is PFF. Like all the information that is out there now.
Right, and everybody in their basement is putting up a video on social media breaking down a play for you. I don't know who these guys are if they ever played before.
Well, and that's the other thing. Then you get, then you go to social media and you see clips of guys, and all you see is like either the really good plays or the really bad plays.
Yeah.
And everyone forgets there's about 70 plays a game. And as just talking about the left tackle, Walker Little, just because like 2 of those 70 plays might not look great or not perfect, that doesn't mean he's a bad player. That means he got beat.
That's right.
And the key is don't get beat at the wrong time.
Right. All right, my man. Good.
So,
go ahead.
So listen, tough season.
Yeah.
Long season, miserable season. And right now, everyone talks about, this was the easy part of the schedule. There's nothing easy when you're 2-10.
Yeah, we're a broken franchise.
And you got to.
You think this team's going to go up to Tennessee and win?
Maybe a game.
We take good teams up to Tennessee and don't win.
Yeah, we're maybe going to win a game. No, it's an indictment on all of them. It really is. From
Tennessee's
the very
terrible.
top to the very bottom. It's an indictment on all of them for just passively letting this happen. It's just
Tennessee,
it feels passive.
It's not a great team either. I think they have 3 wins.
Yeah.
However,
Titans by 10, buddy.
That's a good defense, and that's a physical defense.
Yeah, and we go to Nashville and turn into 8-year-olds.
Oh, dear.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yeah.
But
you got to stay off that main drag over there, Tony. You got to behave yourself.
Well, the other thing, we didn't talk about this. What is going to be the status
of
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
Because that was, by his reaction with his arms going
that was
stiff,
bad.
That was a severe concussion.
Yeah. You wouldn't think he'd play this week, do you?
I think if you look at history, guys who get hit like that,
3 weeks,
typically miss at least the next game.
Yeah.
But everybody's body's different. Everyone reacts different to those things. Tua, the last time he got a concussion where he froze up like that, similar, was put on IR and missed 4 games.
Yeah.
So now he has a history of concussions. Trevor does not. So there's a lot of factors that go into it, and I think more than anything right now, because at 2-10, you're not worried about anything, in the future as far as
draft talk.
Oh boy. You do draft talk with Pete today. You're officially eliminated, so I'll look forward to that.
No, we're not. We're not. Denver has to lose.
I saw an image that we're still in the hunt, man.
Yeah. That was wrong. Yeah, that was wrong. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's a shot at
I mean, they put Cincinnati in that.
You can't put us in the hunt.
No way.
Who else is in the hunt? The Jets? Are they also in the hunt?
4 years, Tone. 4 years of Trevor Lawrence. Oh, so depressing.
Yeah, we have not maximized this investment at all.
No.
And it will very soon be on his 3rd coach and 4th caller and every other thing. Just we can mess up a perfect evening, can't we? Golly, we can drop it into Punch Bowl every time. Every time.
We appreciate you, Tone.
See you, Tone. Love you.
Guys.
Thanks.
Tony doesn't need that.
No, he doesn't.
Ambassador for the organization. He's a Hall of Famer.
Ambassador.
We bring him on here, and we have to ask one of the guys who knows how to do it right, who can't speak badly against the incompetence that is just bloomed down there like a fungus, man.
Fungus.
It's not that hard. It's just the fact that we've made this so hard. Shy, dude, This is easy. One of your branch managers of your bumper company is losing trillions of dollars every year. You want to run him back again? Or are you going to change and get somebody who knows what he's doing?
Yeah.
How hard is it?
All right, we got to take a break. More ahead. This is the drill.
Get insight from the Jags head coach.
I believe that our goals are still in front of us.
Doug Peterson joins the Frangie Show Fridays at 4:05. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, Custom Windows and Doors. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars on 1010XL.
Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Frank Frangie here. They're committed to providing the best selection of Buicks and GMCs for you to choose from with a best price guarantee. Nimnick has been in business for over 81 years because they've been doing business the right way. Stop by Nimnick Buick GMC on Phillips Highway, just south of I-295, or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com. That's Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, Hicken here for Lockhart Construction. That's a long-time Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started the company way back when. Shane and his guys from here taking care of people who live here, people like us, people like the Hickens. We need a new bathroom, man. We call it Lockhart Construction, man. Bam. Beautiful work. Used them again and again. Yeah, and we're going to use them again. And a lot of my friends, a lot of my family have used Lockhart Construction. Drew had it siding done. They did the siding on his house. Brand new. Looks like the best house on the block. Their family gives your family a better living experience. I think you unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. So if you have a construction need or a remodel idea, all you do is call Shane. He'll call you back. No job's too big, no job too small. 994-3865. It's Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents in the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry periods for the Shadow Sweepstakes promotion from 8/19/24 to 12/15/24. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsored administrator, Everbank NA, member FDIC.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione. Campione Law.
If you're buying gifts for family and friends, check out the 1010XL Holiday Gift Guide with ideas from
St. Nicholas Gun and Range,
FOCO, Fans Only,
and the spa at Marriott Sawgrass.
Start shopping and saving at 1010XL.com.
Google Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Our first contestant, a stay-at-home gymnast from Jacksonville, Florida. It's Gwendolyn Pierce.
Thank you, Monty. I don't know who installed my air conditioner, but it hasn't had a tune-up in over 3 years. Am I cool?
Let's ask our expert judging panel. Judges? I'm sorry, Gwendolyn. You're not cool. Johnny, tell her why.
That's right. To keep your air conditioner performing at its best, you need a skilled technician to check your pressures, voltages, and air filters in the fall and the spring. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, our club members get 2 free visits a year to make sure that you are cool.
tell me if my haircut is sexy?
You're better off not asking.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Josie for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. There's nothing like the ambiance of a custom-built fireplace. The team at CSS can design and install the perfect setup, including wood, gas, and electric models, whether you want the elegance of an indoor fireplace or the warmth of an outdoor fire pit. You dream it, they build it. Visit their showroom or online at cssfireplaces.com.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Head coach Doug Peterson remarked on running back coach Jerry Mack being hired as the new coach for Kennesaw State during the game against the Texans.
It's a great opportunity for him to become a head coach again in college football, and I just thank Jerry for, what he's done here.
Jag head coach also shared his insight on the contract extension given to Cam Little.
I'm excited for him and his family. It's a great opportunity, great for the organization, obviously, and our team. Excited for him.
Quarterback Matt Jones came in for injured quarterback Trevor Lawrence with thoughts of pulling out the win.
We definitely have his back, and for him to play today was incredible. He's a tough dude, and really wanted to get the win for him.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Yeah. All right, we got sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. It's December. It's the time of giving. Are we giving anything? And by the way, this Wednesday? Is it J-Fund Wednesday?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, we got that coming up.
It is
as well.
the week.
Yeah. And then, so save your ducats because we're gonna count on you guys once again to help us out.
Yeah, that's coming up. It's typically on Tuesday, so I don't know why they did Wednesday this year.
It's December 4th this year.
Yeah, so we'll do it on Wednesday.
Because the whole thing was Giving Tuesday, right? Was the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. So regardless, it'll be the same kind of formula
But
we
with
used
that
in years
said,
past.
Edie, you have a prize pack, a razzle-dazzle.
Yeah, I do.
What you got?
I got a Jaguars cookie set from Foco, for fans only.
Oh.
It includes a hat, apron, and a mitt plus a $50 gift card to Gotham City Limit Comics and collectibles.
All right, let me hurt some feelings.
All right.
And I'm happy with it being you can assign, a prejudice to my reasoning. Something's going to have to happen for me to put Miami in the 12. I mean, at some point, we got to come up with some sort of system that we at least try and put a strength on a team's record. At the end of the day, Miami knows they're in the playoff, and they get spotted a 21-0 lead. And if you can't win the last game of the year up 21-0 on an unranked football team, then you're going to lose when I start balancing you against other teams and before I even get to where the wins and losses are. And so, Joe, you have a conniption. You lost 2 of your last 3. You lost to unranked teams. There's no part of me that thinks Miami would have any shot of winning a game in the playoffs.
I think that Florida ought to be in the top 12.
Is 5 too many? That's what I was asking.
The losses aren't bad. I think you have to take a look at.
We have 2 better wins than Bama.
Who we beat, who we lost to. And I would
we don't have 2 better wins than Bama.
I would put Florida in the top 12. The Gators beat the Seminoles on Saturday night.
FSU took a canoe home on the Trail of Tears from the flag planting.
So Was there a memo on Saturday morning about
something happened.
planting flags?
Yeah.
It was incredible what happened, and there were fights everywhere. Everybody was angry. It was great stuff. Listen, and I think Florida fan, it's real simple. If it's your team, it's fine. If it's not your team, it's egregious. That's what rivalries are all about. But I don't understand the whole concept of people getting all bent out of shape about it. Look, it's football. Do you think these guys are just like, all nicey nice right after the game? You're out there trying to damage people for 3 hours, and then you come back, and then you don't just turn it right off and hug and kiss. I mean, it's a battle royale out there, and so when you win the game, you want to celebrate. And listen, there's hypocrisy in everybody, but you FSU fan, you guys traipse around Florida Field with a Gator head, and it's not just on your sideline. I've lived it. I've seen it, and that's fine. You win.
Well, no one
you
ever
get
says
to talk
anything.
to talk.
No, this
you
is...
You dig up our turf.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All
It's
right.
it's a tradition.
Well,
I
so
don't
what?
care.
You know what else is tradition? A
You
lot
know
of
what?
bad things.
Guess what we just started? A tradition of planting the flag,
it's just
okay,
weak.
at Ron Zook Field. So
Take your
stop.
loss and shut up. Take your losers back to the locker room. You think Florida fan gives a rat's rip what you think about the flag planting? Here's what I'll do for you, Nole fan.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't want to speak to Nole fan. Every Nole fan I have took it like normal. They didn't make a big deal out of any of this.
Mm-hmm.
These are the whiny crybabies. You're a whiny crybaby if what you took out of your football season in Saturday night's loss was that the winners tried to put a flag in. Yeah, we're bad sports then. I don't care. You going to hate me more?
Florida.
Here's an idea, though. I'll give you this, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send an official invitation. Dear Florida State, bring your flag next year. Bring it on down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just bring it. Let me see you plant it, though. You're going to have to plant it.
Florida did not play particularly well. We're able to win because of 9 sacks and 8 fumbles by FSU. Mike Norvell's got a lot of work to do. We also learned over the weekend that Gus Malzahn is going back to FSU to be the offensive coordinator. I don't know if he saw the writing on the wall. He's just tired of it. He thinks he'll be the interim guy when Norvell goes. I don't know, but he's going to Tallahassee to be the OC.
Maybe he's looking for somebody who can develop a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what Mike Norvell's looking for. I lost all respect. I didn't have much left for that little putz. But after that, after your little whiny stomp out and grab the flag, man, you got bigger issues. You're going to now shut up.
FSU fan liked that because it showed a little fire. He hadn't shown much of that fire all year, but it was a disastrous year. So, again, 2-10, I mean, they pack up the balls and get on out of there. It's over, and Florida will get to go a bowl game, and they've got recruiting momentum, and it's unbelievable how this is all flipped.
It really is. It's a case of perseverance, a lesson for any of us. Doesn't have to be a sports fan. I mean, this guy, there's down on you. There aren't a lot of people that are in worse shape right now with your job security, right? How many people are driving in today wondering if you're, golly, man, if I don't get this sale, I'm never going to last here.
Right.
I mean, think about that. We can just about everybody listening can deal with can relate to job pressure. Let's take the football fanaticism and your Gator fan and what colors out of this. This dude was buried. He was like he was the guy at your office that you blamed everything on.
Right.
And it somehow emerged as like the VP of the company. Playing like efficient, like for the most part, uncriticizable football the last 2 or 3 weeks.
FSU should have one mission this offseason and one mission alone because their recruiting class, I mean, they lost a kid to Georgia Tech. Yes, I mean, they have gotten just pillaged, their recruiting class. Their mission is they have to get whoever that quarterback is that goes in the portal, FSU must get him.
I looked at the list so far, and ain't nobody turning around the Noles off of that list.
They have got to
the
find.
Virginia kid came out yesterday.
That ain't gonna do
That's
it.
what I mean.
I mean, if you're gonna quote flip it and go from 2-10 to 9-3 or 10-2, you have got to find because and that's nothing against Cromanhoek, who, like, I was talking to Drew, my Seminole son, and he had a good point. He said, look, I don't know if that kid's the answer, and I know with Norvell's job on the line next year, you probably can't go with him. But I'll give him credit. He battled, and he did. He showed a lot of fight out there for FSU. He's got a long way to go. He's just a true freshman. He's out there, but it's So
they have a lot of. I've watched a whole season of FSU football. Going into this week, I think you guys were a little bit nervous just how bad I was writing this game off. Because I watched a lot of FSU football, and when I said it, it wasn't like a mean-spirited trash talk. They're terrible, Dan.
Yeah.
They have been terrible. What you saw the other day is what they have done all year. Now, not 9 sacks, 5 fumbles, but they're an awful football team, and he did an awful job with them. But the point I was going to make when you talk about Croman, Hawk, or anyone else, I watched a lot of FSU football this year. I watched the whole game the other day. I can't name an FSU receiver. Benson.
Yeah.
I can't tell you a guy. That's how unathletic, how uninspiring, how no playmakers have emerged. And they've recruited better than that.
What gives me another reason for optimism in Gainesville on the flip side is I looked out on that field in the second half, and I saw guys. I got to ask my 19-year-old son who knows and follows recruiting diligently, and they got some dude, Greg Smith. I go, who's that? Oh, he's a true freshman from Lake Sumter. He's in for Castell. I'm like, my God, I've never seen number 30.
They're down to third and fourth string.
DJ Douglas was playing. R.J. Moten was playing. Joey Slackman was playing. Jameer Grimsley was playing. I mean, these are guys down the line who are out there.
Third and fourth teamers.
Out there trying to hold up. They are missing a ton of dudes, man, and they're still playing good football.
When you're trying to build...
Not great football. They didn't play particularly well on Saturday night, but they played good enough to win.
When you're building a program, it's easy for fans to always take our measuring stick from the flashy players, from the skill positions, from the quarterbacking, from the corner. But the lines of scrimmage have improved so much from last year to this year. That D-line and that rotation of athletes now, I mean, that's 3 weeks in a row they've had 5 or more sacks. I mean, they have gotten after LSU, Ole Miss, and it was 7 against LSU, right? And they have 7 sacks against LSU, and then had another 5 last week against Ole Miss, wasn't it?
Yes.
And now 8 this week. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was.
And it's because of the rotation of linemen. It's just one after the other. And Doug Moore, listen, Miles Graham, the kid from Lake City, Robinson.
Florida's third in the conference in sacks. They have 38 sacks.
Yeah, and just full, to your point. And I noticed this earlier when they started to play well, and I actually said, hey, let me actually look ahead and see what's coming. It's been such a dire forecast. Ton of guys back, dude. They return 17 starters.
There's some guys who have options to leave, but in the end, they should return a lot. We already heard Andy Jean and Justice Boone. I've heard their names linked to the portal or going to the portal, which I get. Yeah. Guys are going to leave. It doesn't matter what program you have. That's the game.
Well, and at some point, if you're Napier, you have to trust letting talent go if it doesn't fit with where you are. And they haven't missed Trevor Etienne and Princely Umanya-Malin at all.
I hope that Lagway can get healthy for the bowl game. I'd like to see him play with a healthy leg. I don't know if that's possible in another 3 weeks, but hopefully it will be because you could tell he's not.
Well, we'll wait on bowl assignments, and we'll get the latest from the Gator Bowl late in the week. Selection Sunday. I mean, we're going to have all the bowl assignments, the playoff field. The championship games will take place this week. And big, fun weekend around the NFL that didn't involve the Jags. A lot of excitement, a lot of dramatics. Why don't we look up at a football fix? And then we got
Freddie T coming up as well.
What's that, 8:30 for Freddie? Yeah, 8:30. Fred Taylor will join us, get his perspective on what went down yesterday. Just a despicable play by the Houston Texans yesterday, and it should be owned by their coach and their organization. The kid should be suspended for weeks. We'll wait and see on Trevor, but the response from the Jags was good in the moment. It wasn't enough, man. It's a blood sport. Let's get some blood. We're not playing tennis.
All right, 641-1010. That's the number to call. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. You tell them what they're going to win.
Jaguars cooking gear set from FOCO for fans only.
FOCO?
Includes a hat, an apron, a mitt, and a $50 gift certificate to Gotham City Limits Comics and Collectibles. This is all part of the holiday gift guide. Head over to 1010XL.com for more gift ideas.
Everything you need to know about your hometown team.
Jaguars Today.
Go inside the Jags and the NFL every day from 10 to noon with Mike, Tony, and Jags Insiders.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, make a crucial catch against colon cancer. Hicken here for the Borland Groover Foundation. If you're 45 or older, men or lady, listen up. The ball is in the red zone to get screened. The key to surviving colon cancer is early detection and prevention. 45? That's the new 50. Get screened for colon cancer. Get screened now. The Borland Groover Foundation is a nonprofit organization, and it's devoted to building a healthy and equitable community that is free from colon cancer. Visit BorlandGrooverFoundation.com for more information.
is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE neograft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Any action? Find more fish on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
That's a big redfish, guys.
With Captain Kevin Faber.
Oh, my gosh.
Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
What's good, sports bettors? Eating the tea here with my bookie. And what a weekend we just had in these betting streets. Did you cash in betting in with my bookie? If you didn't, you got Monday Night Football to catch up, baby. The Cleveland Browns are on extra rest, traveling to play the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams are coming off a win, and the Broncos are a 5.5-point favorite with a 42-point over-under. The Broncos have been taking care of business against teams with losing records, so I'd expect them to win by a touchdown and cover the spread at home against the Jameis Winston-led Browns. Guys, my bookie has the best sign-up bonus in the industry for Florida bettors. Our listeners can sign up using my promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus that doubles your money up to $1,000. That's promo code 1010XL to claim that double deposit bonus. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Just use my promo code 1010XL to double that deposit bonus. Come on, somebody.
Homeowners, listen up. Did you know that 9 out of 10 borrowers get a better deal by calling Loan Pronto? Hey, it's Prosser here, and the Fed has dropped the rates again. The election is over, and Loan Pronto has APRs in the low 5s for refis, debt consolidation, and purchase loans. If your current mortgage rate is over 6%, or if you're in the process with another lender, don't settle. Call Loan Pronto now for a second opinion. Lock a lower rate today and close in as little as 2 weeks, often with no appraisal. And if you act now, you won't make your first payment till February. This 5-minute call saves homeowners an average of $5,000, lower rates and lower fees. So get your Loan Pronto rate quote instantly with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. It's Loan Pronto. Call them at 904-999-1508, or you can visit loanpronto.com. That's Loan Pronto at 904-999-1508, loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, on approved credit, NMLS ConsumerAccess.org.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Chad and Sandy Real Estate. Florida head coach Billy Napier had a really good feeling about his defense in the win over FSU.
We played complimentary ball. I thought defensively we were really lights out. We had a season high in TFLs and sacks.
The Noles head coach Mike Norvell took the last game of the season to offer an apology.
To the Florida State fans, the university, past players, even the guys that are in that locker room, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what showed up throughout the course of this year, but it will be fixed.
The Georgia Bulldogs men's basketball team cruised past the Jacksonville Dolphins on Saturday night. 6 scorers reached double figures. The JU pressure was aggressive, but fell flat in the end. Up next, the JU Dolphins are at home Thursday versus Florida Tech. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:13, it's 41 degrees. Time and Temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
2 left, 2 right, shotgun for Mac Jones. Mac drops the throw. Looking. Fires toward the back of the end zone. That ball's going to be caught for the touchdown in the back of the end zone. Brian Thomas Jr. for the score.
I was happy for Mac Jones. Played a little soft coverage probably for him. And I will say this, the line protected. I mean, there were not a whole lot of pressure, especially in that second half. I think we saw Mac Jones 2 straight weeks against teams with their ears pinned back, playing with urgency. And it did not go well. But to at least get put in a position yesterday, down a couple 3 scores, the offensive line protecting, he was able to sit in that pocket, bounce around, and find guys. And it just makes it a whole lot easier. A lot of quarterbacks can be successful, including Mac and what he did yesterday. And so I felt over 100 passer rating, a couple touchdowns late. And again, just what this team does, they're incapable. They're just so weak.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same. I'm somewhat tongue-tied at a loss for words. I guess the easy way to say it, they're always too little, too late. You always come up short. They're terrible, man. I got no respect for them at all. I don't respect their work ethic. I don't respect their abilities. I don't respect anything about the coaching staff. They're terrible at what they do. Terrible at it. So I don't know what to tell you. This is not going to be a fun last 5-6 weeks for me, because I'm so frustrated with this incompetence that it's like $1 billion industry. I can't imagine any other $1 billion industry where as a consumer you'd get such awful, product service from. They're terrible.
It's exhausting, too, to go through week after week with your quarterback banged up. Will he play? Won't he play? It's
playing bad when he does.
It's just a mess. And it just it can't, at this point, the season can't end. It is. In year 30, the most disappointing year in the history of the Jaguars, just in terms of, again, I think we likened one. I think Tony had one, 2000 maybe. We're coming off an AFC title game, and the 2000 Jaguars.
They lost some close games early.
Yeah.
They started bad. They were, I think, 1-5 maybe, but they got back in it, back to 7-7 at one point.
But this team, I think we all thought, they ended, 7-9, the 2000 Jags. I think we all thought that this football team would be competitive.
Well, we wrote off. Here's what happened. And again, it's not our pay grade to keep these from happening. It's those that are employed by the Jaguars at 7-figure salaries. Trent Baalke, Doug Peterson, and others. We wrote off the entirety of last year's collapse as just being injury-driven and Trevor not being healthy and protected.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't that. Here's the sad, sick reality of being 2-10. We're not that beat up. We're really not. All the playoff teams around the league are much worse situation than we are.
Yeah, we're not.
Trevor's been hurt the last 3 weeks. So what? By then, we'd already learned we'd have Trevor, and, it didn't matter. We lost Christian Kirk. Yawn. Yeah. Christian Kirk. Yeah. Okay, we're down the 40th best receiver in the league.
Well, the AFC looks like it's taking shape, and last week I was propping up some of these teams that might chase down, and they all lost. I'm not confident. Now, the Bills have clinched the East. The Dolphins lost. They're 5-7. So they've got a fair schedule, but we'll see. Again, Pittsburgh did what they did, and Baltimore lost, so now they got a game and a half, 2 in the loss. Yeah, 2 in the loss, which is big. And that was
Pittsburgh is maybe
a
now
good win for Pittsburgh.
Being this far in, they may be the biggest surprise.
Doubted them.
They've played a tough schedule.
Russ threw for 400 yesterday. The Bengals have the worst defense in the NFL. The worst defense. Joe Burrow is like setting records for throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and losing games. Like, no one has ever done it as many times as this guy.
The Bengals, believe it or not, have given up one more point than the Jaguars.
I'm telling you, their defense is the worst in the league. So
the difference is they've scored 335 and we scored 228.
Yeah, 4-8.
Overall, like top to bottom,
Houston's going to win the South. The Colts got a nice win yesterday, but
we've talked about their schedule gets easier, and that's listen. That's the benefits of having an easier schedule.
Yeah.
Like you can play.
We'll have that next year.
Well, I'm just saying that Jets game yesterday, if that's a good opponent, if it's not an easier schedule, you probably lose that.
Chiefs have clinched a playoff spot. They're 11-1. They're battling. I mean,
Chargers doing just enough, bounce back from their loss.
The Chiefs have horseshoe up their rear end. I mean, Aiden O'Connell is going to beat them on Black Friday. He's got them in field goal position, and the rookie center from Oregon
snapped it too soon.
Snaps it, hits them all. It was unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, it's
well, it wasn't unbelievable. It was totally believable. It's what those bad teams do. The Bears did the same thing.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a coach? You can't fire that Eberflub fast enough.
Yeah.
This dude had 25 seconds in timeouts and let the clock expire.
Although I think that
the quarterback throwing downfield,
it's a little too much of a pass.
Yeah.
Dude.
You can't throw that.
You haven't played football your whole life.
Yeah.
You don't have a sense. There's 26 seconds.
But
you're changing things? What are you doing?
Well, if you're a coach, you call timeout, Dan.
He should have, but he goes, gosh, that's terrible, bro.
Yeah, but it is a rookie quarterback. He got lost in a moment.
Yeah.
The grown-up on the sidelines got 25 seconds to do the right thing.
He had one timeout
and I think it...
Gotta call that timeout.
I wonder if he doesn't get fired if he doesn't say what he said in the postgame.
That was dumb.
He went in the postgame and acted like, we do it again. I thought we handled things great. What?
But the Chargers got a nice win. I expect the Broncos to beat the Browns tonight. The Chargers are 8-4. That was an important win in Atlanta. So anyway, the AFC looks like it's taking shape. It's going to be the Bills, the Steelers, the Texans, and the Chiefs as champions of the divisions, with looks like the Chargers and the Ravens.
The only other
and the Broncos.
The only other was 3 or 4 teams that have clinched the division with 5 or more weeks to go. All went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
None won. I think they all lost to the Super Bowl.
And then in the NFC, again, the Eagles have righted themselves as one of the best teams. The Eagles and Lions should play in the NFC Championship tomorrow. Be a great game.
Man, it would be a good game.
They're going to be.
I mean, that's.
But I will say this because we got on this track last week.
Mm-hmm.
These teams are not near as unbeatable and invincible as they seem. So I would bet right now we won't see an Eagles-Lions NFC Championship. Guys, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, for example, we got talking last week, and this was the irony, and our argument was Chiefs-Lions, right? Chiefs-Lions.
Yeah.
So, forget the past. We're talking about right now, right? Not who's won Super Bowls.
Right.
And then I turned around after we had this argument, and I watched one of these dominant, unbelievable teams choke all over themselves. They should have lost to the Bears, or definitely should have gone to overtime at the least.
Mm-hmm.
One of the worst teams in the league, losers of 6 straight. And then the next day, I watched the Chiefs play the only team consistently labeled as bad as us, the Raiders, and they should have lost.
Yeah.
So here we are talking about the 2 very best teams, and they can't. They're lucky to beat 2 of the very worst.
Yeah.
And it's what makes the league so great, how everywhere is so competitive, except Jacksonville, FLA. Let's take a quick break. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com.
This is the last play of the game.
After the game, join Hacker, Leon, and Coach Campo for the Window World of Northeast Florida 5th quarter. Presented by Von Rowan Lawn and Hurricane Grill and Wings. 2 hours after the final whistle on game day on 1010XL.
Hey, everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. In celebration of Awaken 180's 10th anniversary, Dave B., one of Awaken 180's very first clients, has a message to anyone looking for a long-term solution for weight loss.
When I kept the weight off the first year, when I kept the weight off the second year, when I kept the weight off the third year, when I was able to kind of just continue to sustain, and again, it was because I had the support. I know the support made the difference. All the different people I've talked to over the years, they've all been really very supportive. That was one of the differentiators where they were going to provide support to me for life. So it was the complete package. Paige, I want to say thank you for developing Awaken 180. It is an incredible program. It has changed my life, and I couldn't be happier. Thank you very much.
To piggyback on Dave's message, I also want to thank Paige and send my congratulations on Awaken 180's 10th anniversary. 10 years, over 23,000 clients, all of which receive free support for life. Find your solution at awaken180weightloss.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are aiming to sell 1,000 vehicles this December. How? I've told my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. With thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground, all priced to sell, we guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. This is the absolute last weekend. Visit Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
I got the perfect place for you for that blank slate for all your luxury storage needs. It sits on a prime piece of real estate, and spots are selling fast. Man, you have got to discover the ShedJacks.com. These units represent the best of the best, the only and certainly most premium warehouse space ever built in hoppin' Atlantic Beach. Every unit equipped 12 to 14-foot openings. They're set up for plumbing. The shell gives you that blank slate. So what do you want, man? You want a mezzanine? You want car lifts, HVAC, fully plumbed bathrooms, building safe, secure, insulated? If you have nice things, boats, RVs, other toys, and you need to protect them, you bet you do. You need to protect them as they deserve and as they need, quite frankly. This opportunity in AB is terrific. Call 904-553-3195 and book your appointment, or go to theshedjacks.com. Don't miss out. Spots going fast.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Here in North Florida, you know that when temperatures go up and your AC goes out, you need help now. Like right now. Like lickety-split. So why not call Lickety Split and get same-day emergency service for your AC? Now, I bet you've seen their trucks all over town because they've got dozens of certified technicians ready to repair not only your AC, but your home's plumbing and electrical, too. So when you want it done right and you need it done right now, call Lickety Split, AC, plumbing, and electric.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
A meal and sparkling conversation.
Helmets and heels.
Mia O'Brien, Lauren Brooks, and Taylor Dahl.
Just behave, okay?
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans on 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here for Bound 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden, frequently called upon for his expert opinion, currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, and he is the founder of Bowden Eye. Visit Bowden Eye Associates today. You'll experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bowden Eye and Associates.
Hey folks, Dave Binion here with Zero Res. At Zero Res, we love rugs. We will treat your fine Oriental rugs with the tender and loving care they deserve. Gerard, the Zero Res rug manager, is one of the few certified master rug cleaners in Florida. If you want your rugs cleaned with tender loving care, call Zero Res. Right now, get your rugs washed and we will give you 25% off. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Need a piece of jewelry that won't break your wallet? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has tons of reconditioned jewelry, always inspected by their jeweler. Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins DUI defense firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
Oh, Freddie. Jacksonville Jaguars take it on the chin. They lose their quarterback. Lot to discuss with our running back, Fred Taylor, as we welcome him to the show. Fred, good morning. How are you, sir?
Morning, Freddie.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going, man?
It's going great. Always good to have
It's great.
you.
Florida beat Florida State this weekend, and if nothing else happened, the week ended there.
It was there. It was perfect.
It's great to be a Florida Gator.
Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. Jags are 2-10. Let me talk about the game. Let's talk about the game first. And then we'll get into the play. Fred, your quarterback gets knocked out. You're down 23-6. You do score touchdowns. They hadn't done that since the Vikings game, so I guess we had that going for us. But I don't know, man. We're just not very good, Fred. We're just not a good football team. You are what you are eventually.
Yeah, no, we've said that for a while. You are what you are.
Yeah.
They've earned to be in that position right now. I think on the bright side, as you mentioned right there, they did score a touchdown. They did show some signs. They've continued to show signs of a team that's going to fight. It's just that they're not good enough to eliminate their mistakes, eliminate the slow starts that's evident, or more so the offensive slow starts. The defense has, given them, -3 games, which is Buffalo, Chicago, and Detroit. If you throw those games out, the defense has put them in position to at least have a fighting chance to win. So they're a group that's, fighting, but they're overall not good enough to get things done and be at the top of the league, in which where expectations were.
Sure.
At the beginning of the season with the moves that were made and everything. But if you go back to last year when they started that downward slide there, it's all been the same. We've been seeing this now for about 5 months or so collectively, and they are what they are.
I can't help but think that the roster's better than the record. I don't know how much better. I've always I
don't know about now.
Okay, that's good. I wanted your. I don't know.
You have guys out there that are playing well. I mean, when we, when they fill the roster, you had Christian Kirk returning. You brought in Gabe Davis. You drafted Brian Thomas, who's been just a shining star this year, and you hit with that. That pick was spot on. Christian Kirk didn't really get back into his first year groove that he was in, or pre-injury groove that he had been in. So he was just kind of a guy that didn't have any big-time impact since his return, quite honestly. It doesn't diminish him as a player, but he just didn't have that same impact feel that we thought he had before he came. And then Gabe has never really been the guy who's going to separate from man coverage. He was great in Buffalo's system. He made some big-time catches for them. But I think when you go back and you unpack the overall numbers, he was also just a guy.
Right.
And then when you look at Travis there, Travis, I'm having a hard time wrapping my finger around this one. We saw the emergence of Tank Bigsby, and we always thought Tank had enough talent to play in this league. It's evident in where he was selected in the draft. His only issue was fumbling, but he corrected that and showed signs of, being able to play. And I thought Tank played well. ETN has sort of gone backwards.
Yeah.
I don't know why or how. Again, it's trying to wrap my fingers around it. And it's still hard for me. I don't know. And I don't want to say anything that's out of line because I'm still trying to figure that part out. Overall, I think they have a good enough roster to be competitive. I don't know if it marries up, and meshes with the overall coaching part of it to make them a team that's gonna ascend to the top.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of what you get to. I mean, again, I don't mean to be negative and just talk about blame. When you're 2-10, you blame. We're trying to get a winning football team, and it's just if you're good enough to lose now 8 one-score games, then doggone it, you're good enough to win half of those, and that's where I'd come 100% feel the players get screwed over. I do. If you're good enough to be in that spot, I need coaches to handle the rest for me from time to time and to make special.
Well, you know what?
Is that fair?
I want to be fair with the coaches too.
Okay, good.
You go and you look at the games. Let's say the first Texans game, for example.
Okay.
If Trevor connects on those 4 overthrows,
yeah,
and if there's execution in the 4-minute drill on the back end of that, they win that game. There are a few other games where the coaches put them in position.
Can I interrupt you for a question that goes along with that? Because I understand that and I get that a lot. But guess what? C.J. Stroud threw it up in the air and let it hang yesterday. They miss him. They all miss him, Fred. Every quarterback misses 2 or 3.
But they all gonna fumble. Look at it, week 1.
Yeah.
That's not the coaches.
No,
That's
for sure.
Travis Etienne. Week 2, you look at Cleveland Browns. The coaches don't create a illegal shift to call a touchdown back. That was the Ernest Johnson. And again, now you point out the Trevor miscues there. If they hit those are points. I mean, those are points.
No, I got you.
And even if they go backwards, even if the coach misses a call, which they do, no one's perfect, then that game is at least still won by the Jags. If they make 3 or 4 of those throws, those are touchdowns, a few of them. As a collective, they both take equal credit for the losses. And that's what you want. Doug has been very much stand-up about, it's my loss. I'm going to take this on the chin. He's fought for his coaches when everyone's calling for some sort of change, some sort of firing, some sort of let's shake this thing up a little bit. Doug has been adamant about his decision to retain his guys. I don't know what that means overall, but this is what he's done. He's fought for his coaches. He's fought for his players. He's fought for his team. And the ship is going to sink. Everybody's going to sink, right? And I think from a respect and a loyalty standpoint as a player, that's what you want from the guy who's running the show. Like, everybody's going to be in this together from the start to the finish, take the fall. Now, I will go forward and say we do have to weigh these options now because 2-10, I don't care who you are. That's unacceptable.
Right.
It was unacceptable for Bill Belichick. He's the greatest coach to ever coach, one of.
Yep.
And they said enough is enough when they didn't see the right things that they wanted to see from management. So, and that's the game, and that's football. I think for me, though, like coming off of yesterday, my most important thing is Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
What's up with Trevor? Like, I'm hoping that the proper decision is made about not just his short-term health and how that's going to be impacted, but also his long-term health and the future health of his brain. Tua Tagovailoa, they sat him down 4 games. Yes, it was some reoccurring stuff there, but still sat him down 4 games to give him an opportunity to get better mentally, physically, etc. Trevor, 2-10, what are you coming back for?
Right.
In 5 games to do what? So that I think that's more of a pressing concern for me than anything else.
So you're suggesting that he not play again the rest of the way, or for the next few weeks at the very least? And what's the point of it at this point?
It would just be naturally he's competitive and he wants to play. But sometimes we have to, as decision makers in the office or coaches, we have to learn how to get in the way of these players sometimes and say, no, this is what we're doing. We believe in you this much. We invested this much in you. Why? Like, it's a dash to the bottom right now. Who's going to get the first pick? And now you got to start making these decisions on who's out there, trading back if we fall in certain slots and all this other stuff. So it's a lot of decisions to be made. I don't know if they're going to shut him down, but, I think that's something that should be considered because the big question is why.
Right.
You got a shoulder he fought back from when you thought you still had a chance. And we keep saying, well, we got a shot. We might have a shot. 7-9 or 7-10.
Right.
I don't know how much of a shot you'll have.
You got no shot.
And Denver's going to answer that call tonight.
Shot out. We got shot out back behind the barn.
What did you make of the hit and how it was handled and by the team and everything?
Nasty hit. Certainly uncalled for, especially in this day and age in football.
Right.
Probably could have got away with a 15-yarder back in my day.
Right.
But I thought it was spot on to eject him from the game. I thought it was spot on for Ingram, who's a dog. I would have loved to have played alongside Evan Ingram because he doesn't tolerate the crap. And he went at him, which was, in my mind, hey, you go for it right then and there.
Sure.
If it had been me that was hit like that, I would expect my guys to do that for me, and I would do it for my guys. The NFL rules don't call for it, that sort of retaliation. But, hey, give me my fine. I want to know that my guy is doing better eventually. But that hit was such a weak, uncalled for. And I think he knew what he was doing. You led with your elbow under his chin.
He's a dirty player.
And that ain't right.
We've seen enough of him we can tell he's a dirty player. Last year, someone pointed out to me, Fred, and it'll be interesting to see what the NFL does with this, but the kid, Kazee, played with the Falcons and the Steelers. He got suspended for 3 weeks. He knocked out Michael Pittman of the Colts.
Yeah, same type.
And they sat him down for the remainder of the season for repeated violations. And this guy has repeated violations.
Just last week, he knocked one of the Titans guys just 4 feet out of bounds. He speared him and knocked him into the.
So it'll be interesting.
I think the Texans need to at least look at the situation internally when they consider all actions against their player. He's the guy who's donning a captain patch.
Oof.
And he has that C on his chest. You're talking about captain and representation and leadership.
Yeah.
He's not displaying any of that. So if I were Ryan, I would consider taking that patch back from him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
It will be interesting to see what happens going forward. All right, my man. Well, the Gators got a win, so that was good. 7-5, unbelievable turnaround by Billy Napier and his coaching staff and the players. And that Lagway kid looks like he's going to be special. I can't wait for him to be healthy when he can play because he can do some things now.
Yeah, DJ looks good, man. I don't see him really stepping into a lot of his throws, but he just kind of flicks it.
Right.
But he gets it there, and he's still delivering the ball with accuracy. They have a three-headed monster at running back. Those guys are playing tremendous. And that defense, who had kind of been going on the radar, I think they are the key to these victories here late in the season because they've been getting after
they're growing
offenses. So it's good to see and very encouraging. And hopefully they can get some recruits. I know they flipped a few players here and there. And I hate to say flip because these players want to go where their heart want to take them. I guess I got flipped.
You're a flipper from FSU. Yes, you did.
I'm a flipper. I flipped myself. So call me a gymnast. How about that? But, yeah, it's good to see that they picked up some momentum. Fought for Coach Napier. He fought for his job in the future of Gator football. So, on standby, man.
Yeah.
Excited to see what happens.
Terrific perseverance by that guy. It's a lesson for people.
We'll catch up with you next week, my man. Appreciate you.
I'll be right here, guys.
Thank you, Fred.
I'll be good.
All right, that's our guy, Fred Taylor, Freddie T. And we'll come back with more right here on The Drill.
It's It's the ultimate tailgate.
You could win a weekly tailgate combo pack from Southern Steer Butcher, valued at $100. And monthly winners get a Corona tailgate tent with a cooler, chair, and collectible football. Enter at 1010XL.com.
Toyotathon is on at Arlington Toyota. Mia here. Right now, get financing as low as 0% on select new Toyota models. 0%. Plus, you get Arlington's 60-day exchange program and lifetime warranty with your new Toyota purchase. That's unlimited time and miles. Toyotathon is on, so get to Arlington Toyota and save today. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Beaches Dermatology in a bunch of locations throughout the Jacksonville area. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. Terrific. The staff is second to none. Trust me, I've been going to them for a long time, decades. And they have helped me learn and take care of my skin. And one thing that you must learn is if you live in the Sunshine State, you need to protect that skin from the sun, man. And you got to protect it even in this cold weather. That sun's out all day long and you're outside, man. Put on a hat. Put on a long sleeve dry fit. Hope you stay warm too. Put on the sunscreen, man. If something should arise, go see my friends at Beaches Dermatology. It's a must, and they'll be glad to help you. You can go online at beachesdermatology.com to make an appointment. That's online at beachesdermatology.com.
This is Chelsea with Renewal by Andersen Custom Windows and Doors. Here's what people are saying about working with us.
Installers were professional, courteous, and efficient.
Great customer service. On time, explained the process, and walked me through the installation. Amazing team.
Our experience with Renewal by Andersen was outstanding from the beginning to end.
Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Andersen, Custom Windows and Doors.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Craig Dewhurst in St. Augustine at 940-9740.
Ride the hurricane wave as the storm brews in South Beach.
Keeping you closer to the U with news and notes from the orange and green on the Hurricane Report on 1010XL.
Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods.
One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwoods the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwoods. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwoods, San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Small business, big target. DoubleCheck provides AI-powered cybersecurity solutions to small businesses so you can keep your eye on the ball. Book your free consultation this month for 10% off your first 6 months. Visit doublecheck.com today.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision, and equal opportunity employer.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Following the team's loss to the Houston Texans, Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson remarked on the controversial hit given to his quarterback.
It's a play that nobody wants to see in our league, obviously, because you see what happens, after the fact, and it just escalates. And
the head coach mentioned the status of quarterback Trevor Lawrence.
He was moving around and everything, and we'll be fine. He'll obviously go into the protocol, but I haven't talked to him here after the game yet.
The hit quarterback Trevor Lawrence received was on the mind of many of his teammates, such as Trayvon Walker.
We got to come together even closer in times to where play complementary football, offense, defense, and special teams.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We're going to take a phone call from a guy who's probably got mixed feelings this weekend. The one true champion pedigree program that he follows came through again like champions, and the other upstart fraudulent variety showed just what they are, a fraud. And whether that fraud gets rewarded with a playoff berth. Oh, well, if you're a Kane hater, they won't last long because you're up 21-0 at Syracuse. You're no good if you don't win that game. You're certainly not top 12 good, but, put them in the playoff and put them in the playoff. Doesn't matter. 2 ACC teams are going, Dan. I think if you're Miami, you really need SMU to beat Clemson.
I think he called to talk about Raines High School.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk to AJ real quick here on the Wiggle Wiggle.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
Phone line.
Dan, you are my guy, man.
See, I knew that already. Why do you think you got that monologue?
Hey, man, we just trying to get to Miami next week to play this state championship game, man. So,
hey, can you send us a little help to Gainesville on Wednesday? Or?
Hey, man.
You're not saying no, right? Or you're not saying no immediately.
Because guess what? That's what I meant to call it. Now, is LSU coach and Ohio State coach getting a pass, man? How long are they going to be able to do that up there? Because they paid plenty of money in Ohio State.
Ohio State was
get those results.
That was the worst coaching of the weekend was done in Columbus. I'm not a big basher of Ryan Day. I mean, his record's unbelievable, but you have the best receivers in the country, and Michigan's missing their star corner. They're down at corners, and you don't attack the edges. You sit there and keep just running the ball. It was laughable. I would call, if I was Florida, I would have DJ Lagway call Jeremiah Smith, ask him how much it's...
No, let him go home, man.
Yeah. No. Why? You got the best young quarterback in the country who's zipping the ball all over the place. Jeremiah Smith, come play in Gainesville next year. with DJ Lagway, I would call him and I would call the Alabama kid and sign those two guys up right now.
You just can't call them, man. That's a violation.
Let me tell you about violations. There are no violations anymore. It's the wild, wild west. Anything goes.
That's true.
So, but anyway,
That's true,
yeah, well done well done. The Reigns Vikings are a powerhouse.
And I'm referencing Solomon Thomas, who's obviously a 5-star superstar.
And guess what? I don't know. It's some rumblings, but he's not. He's very confused right now. So anything can happen. So
just pray for him to make the right choice for every young man.
The rumor is, and now AJ, can you confirm? The rumor is that this cat who was the OC at FSU may have a employment opportunity in Gainesville. In the back rooms there. He can't. I think he has I don't think he's allowed to coach, so he can get all of his money from Tallahassee. But I believe Alex Atkins. The rumor is he may join the Florida staff as one of those 60. He's a very good recruiter. Too.
Billy flipped another one.
So
I'll put it this way: that's his guy. So.
I know. I don't know if that's happened or not, but I'm curious to see that might help sway the youngster.
I don't know, man. We'll see. Y'all want him bad over there in game.
Well, there are no rules. Yeah. There are no rules.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
You guys look good, man. You got. I was like, man, keep the guy because he's doing some good things, and that offensive line is blocking the skin off of people.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they didn't play that way the first game.
Right.
Yeah.
We were
all right, now get out of here and go win Friday night.
Good luck to
thanks,
Reigns, AJ.
Thank
all
you.
right, buddy.
Hey, do you believe in, or Jeff, do you guys believe in black magic?
He's fluttered around that world down there. That's the man to ask.
Yeah, I don't mess with nobody.
I wouldn't mess with. I don't believe in it, but I don't want to
I think we got some black magic going on in the NFL with a certain kicker in Baltimore because that guy never missed until he decided to mess with Mahomes in that pregame, and he was down there by Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce threw all that stuff out of the way, and ever since then. Justin Tucker's
Is this the playoffs last year?
Yeah, field goal percentage is 73%. Before he messed with that, it was 90+%.
He's got the most misses in the league.
Something going on there?
Something strange going on.
I'm watching Red Zone yesterday, later in the afternoon, back from the Jags game. But there was a point where they were talking about Tucker and his misses, and that he's no longer the most successful kicker of all time. They said there was a guy who had just passed him. And it was unbelievable, the guy who had passed him, who was also playing yesterday afternoon. But that guy who had passed him for the all-time lead for best percentage proceeded to miss his next two from like 43 and 38. That guy was Eddie Piñeiro.
Eddie Piñeiro
was the most accurate kicker in NFL history.
Yeah.
Just ahead of Justin Tucker until he missed two yesterday.
Well,
but Tucker, he's got more misses than anyone in the league. In fact, he cost the team 7 points yesterday. That literally would have turned a loss into a win. 2 field goals and an extra point.
We've got to have you Googans who go on Twitter and say, I'll do this if this happens in sports.
Well, we learned with the dog,
it's got to stop because it's happened again.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is.
We do ours. That's what's unfortunate.
I don't know if this is from Charlton K. Gainey, but I don't know if he made this proclamation, but this is a Tennessee fan who said, and I quote, I will tattoo Billy Napier's face on my ass if Florida wins their last 3 games. Well, get out the tattoo sticks, baby.
Butts up, baby.
Cheeks up.
Yeah.
Here's Coach Napier. I want this particular face on your ass, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to pay it off.
Can I put it anywhere I want to? I can find him some more painful places.
Black magic.
Dear.
And you hex your program, and it all goes bad. Go ask Dog Poop Guy.
Dog Poop Guy ruined the Noles. They should go find him right now and dump him in the Tallahassee, river.
Is there a river?
There should be a Tallahassee River. I don't know if there is, but it sounds like there is one.
Yeah.
I know the Apalachicola River's over there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just fishing there as a child, my Huck Finn background.
Understood. You want to take a break?
Well, not really. I want to keep talking, but we will take a break because contractually we have to pay some bills. We'll turn our attention to the 9 o'clock hour.
Nasty time.
Reset the Jags and just I started the show. I started the show today. We can do it quick. This is basically what this weekend put in bold italics. We got a broken franchise here in Jacksonville, and they got a broken program in Tallahassee. And I feel for those that are fans of both. I mean, in all seriousness, they are like spitting images of incompetence with each other. They're the bad news bungleheads of each level of sports. You could argue the poster child for what you don't want to be in each level. Well, I mean, consider, like, is there a team worse than FSU in football? Yeah, probably. Not one with a bigger reputation, name, and brand.
Yeah.
And the Jaguars are just a downright embarrassment to the sport. I'm surprised that it's not screamed louder.
The locker room said so, too, yesterday.
I can't believe he's not fired. I don't know what Shad Khan is doing except telling his fans he doesn't care about them. I don't care if you're twisting in the wind. I don't care if you're wondering if I know anything at all about what's going on. I don't care if you don't understand my timing. He is just screaming, I don't care a thing about y'all. Mm-hmm. I need something said here.
Yeah.
A statement. All right, then give me a statement. I understand, Jag fan. We've killed you. And we've killed you in a year where you were so gracious and generous in building me a stadium. I apologize for this incompetence. I promise changes are coming. I don't feel now is the time, but they're coming. Say that then. Say something.
This is the drill.
He'll cross the line into the danger zone so you can be informed from the safety of home.
Out here, it's military law, and I'm in charge of enforcing it.
His car line takes you behind enemy lines. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way. We pay the monthly premiums. If something happens, we need you to be there. And that's what the Kaproskis do. Craig and Chris Kaprosky teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care of, I mean it, man. If something happens, you call them. They immediately get you answers. All right? If they don't answer the phone, they call you right back. It's called customer service, and it's very important to Kaproskis. They don't take it lightly. How do I know this? Because I've dealt with them for years now, and they do terrific work for the Hicken family. I've turned my daughter onto them, my son, and Craig and Chris Kaprosky are outstanding. So if it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business, Kaproski's always be there for you your time of need. So get an insurance checkup today. It's Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com. Or you can call 478-8422, 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky, part of the Goosehead Insurance family, part of our family as well.
This is the Mangler. Years of playing football coupled with lifestyle left my feet mangled with neuropathy. I was experiencing burning, tingling, and numbness. I spoke with 2 foot specialists, and they told me there was no cure. They were wrong. I found Dr. Nate Riddle in Ponte Vedra. After utilizing his neuropathy treatment for only 2 weeks, I noticed a difference in my feet. I was regaining my feeling and balance. If you want relief from nerve pain, call Dr. Nate for a free consultation at Riddle Wellness, 904-395-5598.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I've known Glenn Coleman for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Fellas, what's good? It's your boy E to the T, and I'm going to keep it real with you. We could all benefit from a little something extra in the bedroom, and Blue Chew can help with that. What is Blue Chew, you ask? It's a chewable tablet with the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. It's all online. Not even your nosy neighbors will know. No doctor's visits, no trips to the pharmacy. And their licensed medical providers work with you to provide the right ingredients and strengths for your prescription. And remember, it's chewable. It's just like popping a Mentos. Now you're asking, how do I get Blue Chew? And I'm going to hook you up with that for the free ski. Just pay $5 shipping. Visit BlueChew.com and enter my promo code 1010XL and turn that oh no into a oh yeah. That's promo code 1010XL. Let your boy hook you up with some Blue Chew for free. That way, you can get your confidence back. Visit BlueChew.com.
home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The 1010XL restaurant of the day is Barley and Pie Brewing Company in Fleming Island. Enjoy Monday Night Football with freshly made pizza, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and a full liquor bar at Barley and Pie Brewing Company in Fleming Island.
Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Walls. The Nimnicht Outdoor Show, presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning, 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Brian Wall here with Window World. You know that awesome feeling when you finally find that one place to go to that will give you a top quality product at a great price and then stand behind what they sell you? That's exactly what Window World does. Top quality, energy efficient windows at a great price that keeps more of your money in your bank account, with the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business. That's why Window World has been the #1 window replacement company in the USA for years, selling more than 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years. That's a lot of satisfied customers, and you can be one too. Save money on installing new energy-efficient windows and save on your energy bills too. You can't lose. And if anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows ever, Window World and I will be there to make it right. Call Window World today or see them online and have them come and give you a free estimate and see why we are so proud of our products and the work we do for our customers. Call Window World or go online at windowworldneflorida.com. And thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees, and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Denny Thompson here. They're still growing. Tyson Sound and Security is looking to hire a master electrician. Are you or someone you know a master electrician with residential experience? Candidate will start at the industry's most competitive pay. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call to apply 762-1000. Tyson Sound and Security hiring a master electrician offering top-notch industry pay. Call to apply 762-1000. Equal opportunity employee.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast YMCA. Despite the impressive victory over rival FSU, Billy Napier felt his offense struggle.
We didn't have our fastball on offense. I think it was evident there. We had some missed opportunities, and I do think that could have been worse.
FSU head coach Mike Norvell, following the loss to Florida, remarked on the program's future.
This is getting fixed, and it's going to be an immediate, fast fix, and we're going to make sure that every person a part of this program is all in.
Our in-state pro teams in the NFL, the Dolphins fell victim to the narrative of being unable to win in the cold weather, losing to Green Bay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeated the Carolina Panthers in overtime to pull their record to 500 and a share first place in the division. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:06 and it's 46 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Gookin Nation. It's It's another hour with Duval's Big Dogs of Sports Media. Dan Hicken.
Yes.
Jeff Prosser.
Blah, blah, freaking blah.
And E to the T.
E.T. is the GOAT producer.
All right, we go right to the source here on the Wiggle Wiggle hotline and see if it is, in fact, Charlton Gaganey.
It was a borderline accusation that it was him.
He gets drunk and goes on Twitter a lot.
Okay, so you're just, this is...
You know what kind of hell are you talking about?
I
would not go on Twitter and say something like that. That's ridiculous.
Okay,
I can't
good.
believe you'd even accuse me of
Well, that was
something
it said Tennessee fan. You're a Tennessee fan. I just put two and two together and wondered if it was you who were going to have to tattoo Billy Napier's face on your ass. Yes or no?
That's a no.
Okay.
But, and look, I'm not a fan of tattoos, but if I was going to get tattoos, and I would do this, I would tattoo Collins Cooper's face on my left cheek, and I would tattoo Clint Sterner's face on my right cheek, and then I'd go lay out on Jack's Beach. So when somebody asks me, hey, I don't recognize those two other a-holes, but I know that one in the center. It's Jeff Prosser. Go Vols!
Wow, what a jerk.
Aziz Al-Shaair has put out a statement this morning. Do you want me to read it? I've always played the game as hard as I could, never with the intent to harm anyone, and anybody that knows me knows that. Well, I disagree. My goal is to hit you as hard as I can. Then I pray you're still able to get up and play the next play, and when the game is over, go home to your family unharmed because it's not personal, it's competition. We both are trying to do the same thing, which is provide for our families. I genuinely didn't see him sliding until it was too late, and it all happened in the blink of an eye. To Trevor, I genuinely apologize to you for what ended up happening. Before the game, we spoke, and I told you how it was great to see you back on the field and wished you well. I would never want to see any player hurt because of a hit I put on them, especially one that's deemed late or unnecessary. To the rest of his teammates, I can definitely understand you having his back and defending him in a situation like that. To the rest of the people who I've been called every single name in the book, from reporters with their hands ready for a story to find, to the rest of the teammates, I can definitely understand you having his back. To the rest of the people who I've been called every single name in the book, from reporters with their hands ready for a story to find their villain, to racist and Islamophobic fans and people, you don't know my heart nor my character, which I don't need to prove to any of you. God knows my intentions, and anyone who has ever been a teammate or friend of mine knows my heart.
Yeah, I know your heart. It's black, it's dusty, it's full of hate and dirty ill will. You're a jackass, friend.
That's
doesn't have anything to do. You could be purple from Mars.
Yeah.
You hit our quarterback as he slid. So if you want to hide behind some victimhood of you headhunting a quarterback, but the reason people don't like it is because of your helmet or your religion, you're just stupider than you are dirty.
He's a dirty player.
You're
It's been proven he's a dirty
cheat,
player.
and now you're a little whiny.
Took a late hit on Caleb Williams.
Shut
he punched
up.
Roshan Johnson.
Cry behind
he
that
knocked
nonsense.
the Tennessee guy out 5 lines, but he tried to choke out Tom Brady. I got a picture of him throwing a punch. It just, come on, man. We all know. You all know. So
I just stop it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, just stop. You quit it.
Yeah.
Or you got some nerve calling out a fan who has fun with a Wikipedia page after you damn near kill a quarterback because you're just that's you. So stop it. Oh, I'm disappointed in the this, that, and the other phobe and this and that. Here's one. You're a jerk.
I mean, I don't understand how everybody's saying, well, it seemed like even Tony said he thought he was kind of sliding a little late. He started his slide.
I don't think he was sliding late. I think that's also bogus.
He started his slide at the 48.5-yard line.
Where was the other guy when he started?
At the 42.
Yeah, see, that's not even accurate.
That's 3 steps.
Yeah. So you go ahead and post it. Do people hate you because you're this race or that religion? No, it's because you're a dirty, stinking, rotten, cheap shot coward. Yeah. That's why they hate you.
Yeah.
You idiot. We're idiotists. How about that? I'm a raging idiotist. Golly, man. These guys. Is that what we call an apology? Hey, man. My instinct got the better of me. I played to the edge, and that was too far. I'm sorry, Trevor. Nah, nothing. They don't like me. You know my heart. Yeah, I know your heart. Full of rage and hate. I saw your shoes, buddy. You know.
Let's look. Joe U's ready to take his medicine. Oh, Joe U. Oh,
Now he gets his part. The guy who,
Are you ready to call for Mario Cristobal's head after that disaster?
He's hoping for his participation award. He's hoping that he gets rewarded when he shouldn't for not beating a single team all year long, but yet claiming that he deserves a spot based on, I don't know, this crazy, rich tradition of local, of more recent success, of which they've had none. So, I don't know what you're going to say, but up 21-0, you don't belong in the playoff.
Well, I wasn't going to get to the playoffs, but since you brought it up, we beat the teams every week that Alabama loses to.
Yeah, sure you did. I missed you beating Georgia, Joe. I missed you going to LSU and winning. Missed that one.
Nah, bro. But what I'm saying, they were 21-point favorites over Oklahoma and Vandy, and they lost. We lost 2 games by 5 points. We have a terrible defense. We have the best offense in college football. We have FCS level defense. But I'm not saying we should be in.
No, I hear you. It doesn't matter. Unless you know what I'm doing. I'm passive aggressively attacking you. You're not even on my radar. So I'll take that back. I'm sorry, and we'll move on. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. This is not about. I'm assuming you and Holmes watched the game Friday night.
Did every
you probably
second.
watched it like we watch when our teams play.
That's pretty close. Yeah.
Well, they gave 21 points to Georgia.
I wouldn't go that far. I thought Tech got screwed, but I wouldn't say they gave 21 to Georgia. But anyway, I hear you.
Down in the end zone. That flag came so late.
That was weak.
Yeah. And then the fumble, they didn't overturn. They picked up a roughing the passer flag that would have extended and give a first down to Georgia Tech. Bro, that's what happens. It's fixed. You know what I'm saying? And then they went into when they thought Georgia Tech was going to win. You notice Tessitore and those guys with the angling of the SEC should still
Tessitore was at his worst.
Tessitore is the worst sports announcer in the history of man.
Yeah, that was bad.
If he had told me one more time that Georgia was in with a win, that they had won 30 in a row, I learned 3 things. He would not shut the hell up. I can't stand him. He ruins the game. He's worse than the cats I had in Tallahassee on Saturday night who I don't even know who they are.
Hey, Cal just called, by the way, and says you want to talk about bias. Who?
It didn't have the audacity on ABC to put that graphic to say that Georgia tied the first place with 31 home winning streak.
Oh, yeah.
That's tied for first. Bro, we won 58 in a row.
Yeah, you did.
I think that's current is what they meant.
Is it current? Who else has 31?
Somebody, because it's definitely a current. They said over and over the longest current winning streak. We all know it's 50-something.
Current.
Yeah, it was current. I don't know if
and it's about a 5-time national champion, Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but honestly, we don't deserve playing defense.
Hey, can you give me the coach who went into? Can you give me the coach that went into Miami and snapped that win streak?
It's Washington.
Yeah, can you remember the coach? Remember who it was?
Don James?
Nope.
Was it after him? Oh, was it the fat guy?
It's kind of like a walrus.
Yeah.
Lambright, wasn't it? No, I think it was Lambright.
No, it was Don James.
Was Don James still? Okay, maybe it still was.
Don James played for University of Miami. So, yeah, that was the irony of it all. Lastly, the Jaguars, bro. You know what? When I played 110 football at Shakespeare Park, which is in the heart of Magnolia Project, uptown, bro, you hit our quarterback. We ain't going. I am so ashamed of these boys for not starting a fight, not hitting somebody late after that. Not acting a damn fool. They just, they knocked our quarterback off. And Dougie P, you got it. Man, you should quit. You shouldn't even wait for Shad just to keep making this just cashing checks, man. It sucks for the fans here, and I feel bad, and hopefully something happens, but I doubt it will. Because what do you wake up to as a Jag fan? Trim Balky making moves.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Hey, Joe.
That was a sign.
Joe, I just, to kind of, firmly put in concrete, the difference between Joe, you, the fan, and Dan and Jeff, well, the experts. Don James coached his last game in 1992.
Yeah.
And Washington beat Miami in 1994.
Oh, boy.
So unless he came from Alumni Hall over there on campus.
Oh, no.
And coached them for a game.
While we talking, I'm going from the dome. Y'all got Twitter.
All right,
those pudgy little fingers.
No Twitter. I didn't go from no dome.
All right, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Y'all have a good rest of the week.
You too.
Not a good season, but not a great season.
Nah, listen to me. If Miami's certainly on, I think if Clemson loses as they should, Miami will get in, and I think the ACC deserves to. The 21-0, man.
Looks like West Virginia's made a move, huh?
Yeah, for a coach. I know they fired their guy. See you, Joe.
They fire him?
Yeah. They fired their guy over Neil Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's today or last night, but that has happened in the last couple. The big news on the college movement front is the early the early names on hitting the portal for the quarterback position isn't going to save any franchises. Now, again, it's early. Isn't the best transfer portal quarterback to find probably like the second guy on a really good team who can't play, like Arch, or you're not going to get him.
Joe Burrow.
Right, someone like that. Yeah. But now you got to get lucky that you're getting the right one.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Fields, right? He left Georgia and he went to that's who I want.
That's
not Florida. They're good, but yeah. And FSU, man, that's just I will say this about the Noles, and this is why I was as cheeky about that game leading up to it, because you know me. I'm not like a pregame trash talker. I'm always nervous. I don't go in a game saying we're going to beat you by 1,000. A lot of people are, and that's fine. That's not my nature. And I quadrupled down on FSU is terrible. We're going to kill them. And my point is not to point that out, although that helped. They look miles away, Dan. Yeah. There's nothing he's going to do this on. They're going to go 4-8 next year. Are they not? Their recruiting class is literally falling apart. They just lost another one, and it wasn't to Florida. They're down to like 61 in the recruiting rankings.
Did you lose your game yesterday?
Yeah.
In the 5-pack?
Mm-hmm.
So you went 1-5?
I did.
And I went 4-2?
Correct.
We got the development. Picked up 5 games?
It's exciting. Well, 2.5 games.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, good for you.
Okay. Well, we maybe got something here.
Yeah, so what did you go? You're -7, and I'm -3. So you're 2 games back.
Okay. Interesting. We'll see
what
happens.
Don't have the verve for.
Huh?
This football season has knocked the verve out of me. I've let the Jags affect my handicapping. And for most of the year, I spent in absolute misery with Billy Napier and the Gators. Just don't forget that part. I wanted to bring this up because Billy said something.
Yeah.
Because we talk about this, and sometimes we will demean programs who take these or fans that accept these. And that phrase is moral victories.
Yes.
And it's unfair to define something as a moral victory when it happens. But I think you can find out 2 or 3 weeks later if it was a moral victory.
Depending on what you do the following.
Yeah, the Tennessee game was a moral victory.
Yeah.
Because if he can look back now and point to that game, because, listen, it wasn't perfect from that point on. Georgia beat him by 2 touchdowns. Texas beat him by 3, miles. But Billy looks at that Tennessee game where they played toe-to-toe with a top 10 team for all 60. And clearly he saw some emerging depth and confidence and an execution that was able to take, more root at the end of the year. And now 7-5 and headed for a bowl. And I want to enjoy this home stretch, Dan. It's been 3 or 4 years since we've had any enjoyment as Florida Gator football fans, but you get this home stretch. Now you get they're the darlings of recruiting right now. And everywhere you turn, they're the story of Florida's surge up the recruiting rankings and the flipping of prospects. And then we're going to get through all this, Hick, and guess what's going to happen next August when stuff like top 25 start coming out? Florida's going to be 12th. They're going to be 9th. They're going to be 16th. And they're going to be in a legitimate conversation from the get-go.
Did you see our guy Cooper DeJean yesterday?
Balling.
Man, he's bulked up, too. He's big.
I'm just saying. We scouted him properly.
Man, Philly
got the culture.
Philly has a whole secondary full of them boys. Them boys play.
I love Brian Thomas Jr., but, we got this guy taking down Derrick Henry.
Hey, he wanted all the
Derrick
smoke.
Henry ain't going 99 on Cooper DeJean. That's all I'm saying. We got to take a break. This is the drill.
Here we come.
The best defense is a superior fence. Superior Fence and Rail highlights the defensive player of the game. On 1010XL, Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Who has the best lineup this season? Honda. Cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, hybrids, and electric. This is one of the greatest lineups Honda has ever had. And now is the best time to purchase or lease one. Visit your local Honda dealer now. Remember, only a Honda is a Honda.
Hicken here for Bout 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bout 9. Visit Bout 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bout 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hacker here. I know I've been sharing my Awaken 180 story for a while now, talking about how much I lost every week, and yeah, that's cool, but I get it, redundant. So let me tell you something that hit me like a freight train the other day. I checked out my Awaken 180 weigh-in portal, and the number just clicked. I started at nearly 320 pounds, and today, my scale read just over 200 pounds. Let that sink in. I'm now lighter than 90% of my buddies. And let me tell you, that's a flex I couldn't dream of a year ago. I owe it all to my Awaken 180 coach and to the program set out to work for anyone. It's been absolutely life-changing. Don't just take my word for it. Head over to my Twitter at RyanGreen1010XL. You'll see the transformation for yourself. But the real transformation, that's how I feel every single day, every step I take, and every morning I wake up. Get that same feeling. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Zero Res. Man, Zero Res loves this time of the year, and they want to always give back to you guys as we reflect on things that matter most. It's our families and our homes, the holidays, and, of course, football. And right now, man, take advantage of what Zero Res has going on. They got lots of great deals to help you get your carpets clean, your Oriental rugs. They can get that towel and grout. They can get those sofas done. But check them out. Just go to their site and find out more from Zero Res. It's real easy. Boy, time's filling up fast, so get to them now. Zero Res, man. You spell it forwards, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barr Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit barrorthopedics.com.
Imagine a place where it's always sunny, drinks are ice cold, and the food's bursting with flavor. Welcome to Hurricane Grill and Wings. Today's forecast: crispy wings, frothy beers, big burgers, and seafood tacos. Find your nearest spot at hurricanewings.com.
What's good, sports bettors? Eaton and T here with my bookie. And what a weekend we just had in these betting streets. Did you cash in betting in with my bookie? If you didn't, you got Monday Night Football to catch up, baby. The Cleveland Browns are on extra rest, traveling to play the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams are coming off a win, and the Broncos are a 5.5-point favorite with a 42-point over-under. The Broncos have been taking care of business against teams with losing records, so I'd expect them to win by a touchdown and cover the spread at home against the Jameis Winston-led Browns. Guys, my bookie has the best sign-up bonus in the industry for Florida bettors. Our listeners can sign up using my promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus that doubles your money up to $1,000. That's promo code 1010XL to claim that double deposit bonus. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Just use my promo code 1010XL to double that deposit bonus. Come on, somebody.
XL is the home of Gator Nation and the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. I'm Hacker, and we keep you connected with the University of Florida all year long. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts.
Holidays are here, and if you're in need of extra cash, Beaches Jewelry and Pawn can help. Gold is at record highs. It's a great time to sell. Bring in your gold for an estimate today. Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
Jacksonville's building a fence along the goal line. This is the Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Devin Lloyd was beasting and feasting against the Texans. The teal and black linebacker recorded 6 tackles over the weekend, with 3 being solo, and also had a pass defense on Sunday. Lloyd showcased what makes him superior on the field and is your Superior Fence and Rail's defensive player of the game.
If you're tired of your fence looking like a bad hair day, well, it's time for a fence makeover with Superior Fence and Rail. They'll make your yard the talk of the town with a new fence installed by their expert team.
Your fence is fantastic. My fence is giving all of my neighbors some serious pick and envy. Thanks, Superior Fence and Rail.
So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail for your fence installation project today.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. National Signing Day is Wednesday. Tom Coughlin J Fun. Radiothon is Wednesday. We got a busy week this week. Got a lot going on. Ask you guys to give one more time. Appreciate that. Whatever you can. Billy Napier's given. In the last couple weeks, he has now flipped a D lineman from Texas, an offensive lineman from Auburn, an edge rusher from Penn State, a running back from FSU, a quarterback from FSU, a linebacker from USC, a wide receiver from Arizona, offensive lineman from Cincinnati, a D lineman from Georgia, and an interior lineman from FSU. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys he's flipped in the last, with more to come. He's maybe as burning up as hot as he's ever been on the recruiting trail, and it'll be interesting to see what happens here come signing day. And I still think the more important signings, though, for Florida will occur in the portal. I think they've got to hit a couple big home runs in the portal.
What position?
Wide receiver. I need a stud wide receiver. I wouldn't mind a tight end.
I'm kind of okay. Those tight ends are they when they're featured.
Livingston, I presume, dropped about 3 balls on.
I don't. He's almost.
Boardingham wasn't playing, and Hayden Hanson's a guy. Yeah. To me, now again, I would like a Brock Bowers ilk. That's what I would like. I would always use another offensive lineman. I love the defense, the young guys on the defense. I'm excited to see. I loved what DJ Lagway said after the game about, my job is to keep guys here and to get guys to come. And
the only thing lacking on Billy Napier's recruiting ledger right now, I mean, you get no 5 stars.
Yeah.
And the real, they've got 12 4-stars, 10 3-stars.
There's one at Reigns who can change that.
For sure. And there's another one at Mandarin who might, but Georgia 4 5-stars, Alabama 4 5-stars, Ohio State 3, Texas 3, LSU 2, Oregon 3, Michigan 2, right? I mean, that very top level. Well, Jamie French is another one. I'm hearing about this Hilton Stubbs kid to commit to Miami.
Yeah, he's going to flip.
Yeah. Could be going to Florida.
Local kid.
Yeah, local Mandarin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you could, with Tramel Jones, they've already flipped, and then Jamie French is the other one that's out there as a receiver.
FSU must hit on a quarterback.
They got to flip. They got to flip from somewhere.
Yeah.
It was a 4-star. It was from Michigan maybe? Where was he?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, yeah.
Minus Jordan Travis, they have brought in Tate Rodemaker, Chubba Purdy, A.J. Duffy, and Brock Glenn. Nothing against any of those guys, but they're one's at Southern Miss, one's at Nevada, one's at San Diego State, and one is still at FSU.
I understand. What do you mean, Jeff? Jordan Travis played the whole time. This is big. He came to Florida State from Memphis, and I don't know if you view things differently at that slightly lower level, but to leave himself so open and vulnerable at that quarterback position is just, in hindsight, how can you not, while you're riding that wave with Jordan Travis, how do you not have a 5-star in the last 3 years or a big-time recruit who's ready, who you're getting ready, who's playing some these years? And it just got to, they counted so much on Jordan Travis that when he went down and Brock Glenn and then these guys, they were just terrible, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was immediately, Florida last year wasn't good. They were playing terrible down the stretch, and they almost beat FSU, led them at half. That's how bad the offense was.
Right.
Without Travis. I mean, they still had Benson, they still had Coleman, they still had guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's, when we talked to Fred today and he kind of took up for the coaches a little bit and he talked about, this play or that play. It's so much more than that. The coaching isn't about your play calls between 1 and 4 on Sunday. It's more than that. It's the same in college. It's more than that. And for tonight, I have any like sense of like.
Well, when you're 2-10, there's so much blame to go around.
Yeah.
You can blame the coaches, you can blame the players, you can blame the front office, you can blame the owner to a point. I mean, again, it's just I was talking to my older son, and he's just so angry at the Jaguars right now, and I get it. And I saw the crowd yesterday; it was sparse, it wasn't the same, and the people, and I don't blame them one bit. And it was a beautiful day, and if you love football, you go watch, but you leave frustrated like you do. What's our record at home this year?
Well, we beat the Colts. That's it.
Yeah. And we have 2 left. So 7 games, so we're 1-4 at home. Yeah, 1-4.
Well, there's one. We played one in London.
I don't count that.
Okay.
At the bank where the fans go to watch their team play.
This is after going 2-6 there last year.
Yeah, they suck there. Sorry, Junie Bug.
No,
and it just is, it's disgraceful. And they dare, occasionally the players will talk about, they can't believe that you came and played your opener against the Cleveland Browns with no verve, no swagger, no
If I gave
fire.
you, I'm going to say this, and I don't care how it's interpreted or if it's mean spirit or what else. I really do believe this. If I today,
so that's my problem with the players.
If I gave you Dan Hicken the Jaguars head coaching job with 0 experience in football, I honestly believe I could give you the job. And next year you could win 2 games.
Yeah.
Just by hiring people.
Yeah.
Just by hiring people, making calls, not stupidly going for 2 at 24-13.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand what this guy's even doing anymore. Tell me what world going for 2 at 24-13 is a good move, or 23-12 is a good move. In what world does that serve you as a positive? It's just so dumb. It's like thumbing his nose at your common sense.
We've got a developing situation with drill alums.
Okay.
Would you like me to tell you this story real quick before we had to break?
Sure. You mean alums of people who actually worked on the show? Or?
Yeah, drill alums.
Okay.
Brooksy had his physical this morning over at Mayo. Guess who his nurse was? That tickles me.
That bedside manner, I'm just not so sure about. I'm not so sure if I want my money back on that bedside manner. I didn't realize. Well, the good news here is I've gotten an update on the crew. No idea it was that Mayo.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Is that the Mayo out by you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he must just be raging with some sort of pain and bitterness because you made ample opportunity for you and Balls to have lunch. I mean, my guy's just right out there in your backyard.
He's got to make an effort.
Balls does make effort.
Yeah.
Even from the grave. This is the drill. Come back for the final segment. You got to laugh to keep from crying. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
Imagine having a doctor available to you any day or any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. Why? Well, listen, I've been going to Doc T for a long time, but he's decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of concierge medicine. You bet I went with him. Why? Because, you need an appointment. Normally they can't get to you for a week or two. You're not feeling good with Doc T? Boom, you're in that day. Why? Because he has less clients, right? Medical emergency, here's Doc T's personal phone number. He'll get right back to you 7 days a week. It's like kind of being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. You just got to go check it out. And as far as doctors, Townsend's the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest, been taking care of me for years. So yearly physicals, officer virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups. Doc T's got you covered. You got questions, mypvconcierge.com has all the answers. Go to mypvconcierge.com and sign up today.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance painting.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Roland Reich Plumbing, there when you need them. Big or small plumbing problem, call Roland Reich Plumbing anytime at 260-7059. 260-7059, where quality and experience count.
Hey folks, Dave Binion with Zero Res. I asked my wife what she wants for Christmas, and she said the same thing she does every year. She wants a clean home full of family and friends. That means the carpets, the tile and grout, the large oriental rug in our family room, and the huge sectional sofa that everyone loves to hang out on all need a good Zero Res cleaning. Give Zero Res a call and get your carpets cleaned for only $49 a room, and get your tile and grout cleaned for 25% off. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
It's the end of the year sale with Universal Roof and Contracting. Get 15% off all roof repairs and replacements, plus a $250 gift card for holiday shopping. With financing options as low as $150 a month, protecting your home's never been easier. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Call 855-ROOF-HELP, and this offer expires December 31st. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 2nd, 1934, Miami quarterback Dan Marino breaks NFL's single-season touchdown pass record, throwing for his 37th, and the Dolphins lost to the Raiders.
It's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. It's something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen to help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office in Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatcierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
The 12 Days of Christmas is back and better than ever at Best Bet Jacksonville. From December 12th to the 23rd, we're lighting up the tables with our much-anticipated High Hands promotion, giving away over $330,000 in cash and prizes. The excitement continues to grow each day, starting at $1,200 and climbing up to $2,300, and the chance to set sail on a card player poker cruise. Explore all the excitement at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
on the play that knocked Trevor Lawrence out of Sunday's game against the Texans. The first Jags player to come to his quarterback's defense was tight end Evan Ingram. Ingram gave his reaction to the hit in the postgame.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a dirty hit. I think, obviously, those hits are always in question. Trev was going down, and I saw it out of my peripheral. I got a pretty clear view of it, and in that moment, instincts was it just didn't feel like a clean hit, so just go stick up for my quarterback.
Evan Ingram in the postgame. Trevor posted to social media late last night saying that he's home and feeling better. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 87.
Well, they've gone ahead and ruined our football season again at 2-10, and we've had to work our way through it. And it's, they talk about, the schedule gets softer. There's nothing soft about this schedule. We are the softest. So if you play a soft team or a softer schedule, you might find a win. You might. I legitimately now think the Giants and the Raiders are, I think the Giants are definitely in tank mode. The Raiders tried. I definitely now think we are in contention for the number one overall.
The Giant, if you have your eye on a quarterback, then the Giants would fall into that category. Perhaps even the Raiders. Did they take a quarterback and he's hurt? No, they didn't. They didn't, did they?
They don't have.
They just know they went. Yeah, they're gonna have to go quarterback.
Yeah.
I thought it was very, very strange that the Vikings signing Daniel Jones. It kind of tells you they think they can go to the Super Bowl. Not that Daniel Jones is a Super Bowl, but if they lose Darnold and got to a third stringer, they didn't want to be in the position they were in. So I thought that was kind of an interesting move this weekend. Of all the places for Daniel Jones to land, he goes somewhere where he'll most undoubtedly be a backup. Not sure he was boiling over with confidence or any fan base would particularly want him, but nonetheless, lots of years.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see? They get it all now, but apparently those, never mind, you may not have concerns about Travis Hunter's game.
Mm-hmm.
There are those that are feeling a little bit of, concern maybe about his relationship after what the cameras caught there on the field. Huh?
Oh,
you see
with the
this?
missus?
Yeah.
Oh, she wasn't happy.
No.
Something happened up there. You told me, here's what I'm picturing happened. She's telling him, you told me she wouldn't be here. That's what I picture saying.
Apparently, the TikTok people said that he ran to the sideline after he caught a pass or something and got pretty close to a cheerleader, and he was taunting. He looked like he was taunting a fan.
Okay.
And I think she interpreted it as that he was talking to the cheerleader. And so,
young love. You know what?
I talked to.
I like young, jealous love. You get to a point where it doesn't even, just ride it while you got it, man.
I got to tell you, the most surprising outcome for me, and I messaged with our boy Jake up in Michigan. I was happy for him as the Wolverines beat Ohio State.
Yeah,
again.
for sure.
That is a stunning loss by Ohio State with everything to play for. And, man, oh, man, the way that they just a terrible performance by Ryan Day and that football team. And in the end, quite honestly, sometimes the portal will get you because they told that McCord kid to leave. That McCord kid's better than Will Howard.
That's
if
fair.
they had stuck with McCord, they would have won that game yesterday.
There have been a couple. Notre Dame is hot. I don't believe in their quarterback one bit either. They don't have the right guy.
They're good overall.
They're
team.
getting by having a
They do other things. They run.
Right. He's weak, though. He's a weak quarter. Like, he's
not great.
He's not good enough for them to win.
Who's
they won't win the
Let me ask you
title.
this. Who's the best quarterback in the college football poll right now? Like, of the top 12 teams?
I'd say Dylan Gabriel, no?
Have to be, right? And does he scare you?
Not particularly.
I mean, does Quinn Ewers scare you?
Not at all.
Drew Aller?
Not at all.
Cam Ward?
I mean, he scares me enough, but good
their
teams.
defense is so bad.
Well, but good teams are going to force him to throw it up, and he's going to have big. Miami's cooked. I mean,
Carson Beck?
Not at all.
No, he's playing better.
I will say this: of all those guys, he might can give you the most productive hot streak.
Yeah.
But he seems to be the most inconsistent of all those that you mentioned.
Well,
I'm worried about him throwing it to the other team. I just am.
Well, he hadn't done it the last couple weeks.
Yeah,
It would help if Georgia could catch a ball, too.
Well, their receivers aren't the best.
Oof, Lordy. So it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out.
You know how guys, you root for guys that are underdog story and you appreciate their chutzpah until you don't, and suddenly, just like that, their 15 minutes have now started to annoy you?
Yeah.
That's Kurt Cignetti for me. That's Indiana's coach, who's now is acting like he's like Nick Saban, and his team's been doing this for years. Excuses, coach, if we're surprised by this 1 in a million season you're having, and we'll talk to you again next year, hotshot.
Yeah.
When you're just Mr. Cocky and talk down your nose, and, you know, we're all stupid for living with any kind of implication that maybe you're not one of the 12 best teams. And you played one team which looked Saturday like they were very mediocre, and they beat the brakes off of you. To the point that you somewhat whined about them running it up. Yet here you are the very next week, Cignetti, up 60-0 on Purdue and running up the score on them. So you're kind of a piece of work, and I've gone from that I win Google me being charmy to I win Google me being very urban without the results.
Yeah.
You're so, I don't know, did you what about the social media post? You see your boy Urban this weekend?
Herbs.
It's a sad life for Herbs. Herbs is drinking alone at a grocery store bar. Hashtag Whole Foods life. I mean, what are we doing? Take a picture of some Guggen that's there. My man. Now, I'm hoping beyond hope that Shelly's shopping and then Herbs just goes sit for 45. I'm going to go have a beer. I'm hoping he didn't just get up.
Maybe that was it.
Drive the car over to the local Giant Eagle and decide to have, you know, couple of drafts before your Fox production meeting.
Yeah. Surprised that Gus Malzahn left UCF?
I think your career has tanked when you leave a head coaching job to take an offensive coordinator job for the worst offense in America.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me. It's a desperation move by FSU, I guess, to tie into. I think this speaks now to a recognition. Mike Norvell can't find a quarterback. He's not good at deciding what quarterbacks are good, Hick.
Yeah.
He doesn't develop them. He doesn't choose the right ones. Malzahn is known as a quarterback guy.
Would you bring back Scott Frost to UCF?
Yeah.
You would?
I would.
Okay.
Now it's a different world. They're in the Big 12. And he failed in the Big 12 or Big 10. But there was something about, that was a weird one, man. Although Heupel left and he's been great.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Heupel has been more than Tennessee could have ever hoped for. Maybe not more than they could have hoped for, but he's got him in the playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would be at least intrigued. Where are they leaning? Do we know?
Oh, I don't know.
UCF, they had their 15 minutes, it feels like, and they'll just, it's going to be being in a big conference year after year. It's going to be a, 6-6 to 8-4 kind of high water marks.
Our work is through here, my friend. There's nothing left to say.
I'm going to
for us. We're going to have to let Jaguars Today take over.
Yeah, I'm going to go over to WOKV and plant my flag in their front yard.